The autofocus is good. It looks okay. Let's go on Twitch and make sure sound is good there. Let's see. Yes. Okay. I want to make it a little brighter, everyone. Ooh, okay. That could be interesting. Actually, maybe I gotta change the color profile here a little bit. Black and white. That's kind of cool. Ooh, this might be good. Is there a difference? Yeah, barely can tell. I should just like fine detail might be. Okay. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Make it a little darker. Cool. So we got a little ambiance going here, and then let's check out YouTube. Make sure the stream's working. We got notifications here. I'll look at it later. All right, cool. That's good enough. And the audio is not peaking, so that's cool. All right, welcome to Table Moments. Podcast about anything and everything, but no politics. But on the lives, we kind of relax that rule a little bit. I'm your host and captain, Ayman. Been doing this for a bit, and this is the Sunday lives where conversation can really go anywhere, and it can get weird sometimes. Like last week was really weird. Thank you to the Twitch boys. I think that's what I'm going to call you guys, the Twitch boys, who are like a little spicy, a little edgy. And because you're on YouTube or Twitch, you get early access. Now, tonight might not be a long one. I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep. So we'll see how long I'll make it. But I'm hoping that adrenaline kicks in and then I get a second wind or something. But I did take a Red Bull, and I don't normally drink Red Bull, so hopefully that. Although, gotta say, their Formula One marketing is on point. They're running on like all cylinders. It's kind of crazy. A well-executed team. And it's an energy drink brand versus car manufacturers. And they're the ones winning. That's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't know. Everyone joked around. That's the thing. Like when you're an underdog and you're struggling and you sort of come from an odd and weird place, people will dismiss you. They'll make fun of you. They'll joke around. They won't take you seriously. And then you can come out of nowhere because you can do the fundamentals and you're constantly trying to improve. And because you have a chip on your shoulder too. That's always really good motivation. If there are people in your life who are being a little negative, who aren't supportive, whatever, or if people are doubting your abilities or questioning you and really just taking you down for no reason, it's good motivation. You almost got to thank them for a bit because it's not something that comes, because that chip on your shoulder is good motivation. Like it's hard to stay motivated sometimes, especially when you're getting punched in the face all the time. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be physical violence or anything, like, but just life hits you with a bunch of shit that you have to deal with. Or like if you're working on something and you're just not figuring it out and you're just like again and again and again, it's having that chip on your shoulder kind of like drives you through those low points. And Red Bull's a really good example of that. On top of that, they did get a lot of aerodynamic gods, basically, to help them design their cars. So that helped too. Yeah, but this week I think I'm going to switch it up in terms of the topics we're talking about. I want to focus on the topics that came up on this week's episode of the podcast. We had Jose J. Lindo Jr. on TikTok. join us for the pod. And it was a really cool discussion. We talked about a lot of different things, including what it's like to be a content creator and some of the things we've been noticing on TikTok and trends. The NPC bag, I'm sure you guys have seen, even if you're not on TikTok like that, you've probably seen some of the NPC stuff and how weird it's getting. And, we were both like discussing like what's the likelihood of getting the bag and what comes as a consequence for trying to get that NPC bag. Let's see if we could go brighter here. Ooh, is that better? If I face it that way, cool. I think it's better. Let me adjust the ISO down a little bit to compensate. I think it looks better. But I'm definitely gonna have to put the shades on soon, which is kind of cool. It's like this. Check it out. I recently made this. If you're on YouTube, you know what these are because I made a video about it. But if you look at these silver things right there on my glasses, they're magnets that I glued on, and I have corresponding ones on these polarizers. So it's just like cool. And then I look like the Merc, if you guys know who that is. But yeah, this definitely helps with the light for sure. But it kind of does something weird with the screen protector and all that on the phone. So I don't know if I'll keep them on the whole time. But yeah, topics this week. We have content creator, what it's like, the NPC bag, whether or not, it is tempting because apparently people are making a lot of money doing that. Do some of the trends have implied sexuality as part of the whole trends thing? And I don't know. I don't really see any trends on my For You page, but I can imagine when I first started the accounts, I definitely did notice there was a lot of thoughty thirst traps. We also talked about censorship in these platforms and like experience all these platforms, which one, my thoughts on them. And then we talked about that. And then we also talked about the N-word and like, is it okay for people to say it? Does it, whatever. There's the whole discussion that we had about, and he's Guatemalan. So it was an interesting discussion with him. And then we talked about women, obviously, at the end of it, but I don't think we need to bring that up because everybody brings that up. And that conversation gets boring because like, what else can you say about women? So, but I think I'm just going to join TikTok live now. You're in the shot. If I move closer, is that better? I feel like Stevie Wonder. And someone's going to clip that and be like, oh my God, you're making fun of blind people. No. I'm just admiring a former, or still alive, right? Still alive. I think. I hope. Okay, let's go live here. All right. Yeah. That looks a little weird. That is bright though. Let's see. Okay. Let's go live. Let's move that closer. Hey everyone. Hello. How's it going? What if I move that closer? That's cool. Now we're good. I feel like we'll see how the setup goes. But hey everyone. How's it going? TikTok. What's good? Welcome to Table Moments Live. I'm your host and captain, Ayman, where we talk about anything and everything. New episode this week with special guest Jose J. Lindo Jr. joins us for the podcast this week, and we talk about a lot of interesting topics. But if you have anything on your mind, feel free to put it in the chat. Hey Marquise, is that how you say your name? How's it going? If you're not familiar with who I am and what we do here, we like to push the boundaries of TikTok and see what we can get away with. I've gotten this account on notice a few times, and that's okay because this is all just fun and games. We're not worried if we lose accounts, if we get banned. Who cares? I'm on 5 other platforms. Also, simultaneously live streaming on YouTube and Twitch too. So if you want to see this in horizontal, you can see that there. And the Twitch guys are kind of weird, not gonna lie. Be careful with Twitch. Twitch guys are weird, but yeah, welcome. How's it going, everyone? I think a good topic to start off would be, I wonder how everyone on TikTok because apparently people are watching this NPC stuff, right? So I assume people enjoy it. Otherwise, why would you be watching it? Every time I stumble on it and people are like, doing that thing, I'm just like, I look at it, just stare at it for a second, and I'm like, nah, I can't watch this. I'm like, this is the downfall of humanity. That's what I see it as. It's just like, ugh. But then every now and then, I think the Spider-Man guy, he had a moment of realness for like a moment, and he was just talking about his interest in music. I was like, oh, he's just a real guy. He's not a robot. I don't know why everyone's treating him like a robot. Sucks. Better stop playing before I give you purple nurple. I'm not sure what any of that means. Don't move. I'm almost finished. Of course. Yes, that's a thing. I don't know. Like it's kind of weird how sexual people get on social media. Like out of the blue too. I think you belong on Twitch, by the way. Nebulux. You belong on Twitch. The guys on Twitch are like that too. So that's sort of your community, I think. You should consider going there. Like last week, we had like a raunchy ass conversation. It was wild. It was going all over the place. And then a girl entered the chat and they got super horny. It was weird. Like, I don't understand Twitch dudes, man. It's so weird. Would you rather have a huge imagination or a photographic memory? Oh man, here's the thing: photographic memory sounds cool until you realize you're gonna remember everything. Every graphic image you don't want in your brain is gonna be there. Like traumatic experiences are gonna be there. Imagination, at least you can control that. But photographic memory, you're gonna be exposed to a bunch of things in the world, and then they're stuck in your head. And then anytime you're going through some traumatic shit, or if it pops in your head, it just kills your mood. So I'm choosing imagination just because of the negatives of the photographic memory. And plus, with photographic memory, you still got to go through the Rolodex in your head, right? So it's not like do you have immediate recall, or do you have to I'm pretty sure it takes some time. But what would you choose? What would you choose, Ginger Viking? We low key alike, bro. Are we? Oh, okay. That's a all right, whatever. Would you like to speak 70 languages simultaneously? How would that be useful? Unless you're talking to 70 people who all speak different languages, I don't see how useful that could be. You look like LeBron's James' lost brother. Yeah, except I've accepted my baldness. That's the difference. You should just let it go, man. Just let it go. It's okay. You think he went to Turkey like a lot of these guys to get the hair implants? Nah, he can afford to ship them, to fly them all to LA. I'm pretty sure. Mushrooms. I'm not sure what you mean. You remind me of YB, the rapper. Cool, I guess. Let's see. You've gotten anyone preggers yet? Nope. Soon though. Had some scares like a lot of guys, but that's why you always wrap it up. So here's the weird thing about that though. Here's the weird thing. It's always surprised me how anytime I've been in situations, it's her. She's the one who doesn't want to use the wrapper. She doesn't want to use the wrapper, and I'm just like, and then yeah, I don't know. I always found that really weird. Do you guys also run into that issue where women are like, no, I think we're good. We don't need that, because they really don't fuck with them at all. It's crazy. Hello, Luke. How old? I'm 33. How much to get me preggy? How about 1 Bitcoin? Good morning, my son. Okay. You got a little gray hair on your beard, Unc. I know. I'm enjoying the gray hairs. It's one here. I think I have one here somewhere in there, and then maybe like one here. But I can't wait till they all come. That's a vibe, though, right? The salt and pepper look. Then all the women have to start calling you Zaddy. Nah, for sure. Girls never pressing you to wear one. Yeah, I don't know. Because I think in media and in movies, there's always the impression like guys are the ones trying to pressure women into not using it. No, my experience has been it's always been women. I'm like, nah, you're not gonna trap me. You're not gonna trap me. And you know what? Someone mentioned like, when you come on this live, you see a guy like me wearing glasses and I sound how I sound. But then the things I'll say does not match. And so don't get trapped, fellas. If nobody told you yet, love you, brother. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Likewise. Oh, you mean not for sure, girls? Yeah. What's the thing on your neck? That's the microphone. That's how you're hearing me right now. Would you rock the Amish beard for real? What's the Amish beard? I don't know what the Amish beard is. They have Amish beard. Is that without the mustache? Yeah, nah. I like my mustache. I like my mustache. Would you rather be Batman or Spider Man? Okay. I recently just watched the new Spider Man movie. Surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. I didn't expect it to be, but it's a bullshit part two. So there's a third part. So just know if you end up watching that new Spider Man movie, it's they leave it on a cliffhanger. Would I want to be Batman or Spider Man? Batman. I think Batman. I like the idea of like you don't actually need superpowers to be a hero, kind of thing. That sort of gritty, go get shit done kind of attitude. That's the kind of thing I fuck with. I don't need like a spider biting me and then all of a sudden I have these divine powers bullshit. Nah, I'm good. Have many people have you blinded because of the glare of your head? I'm not sure. Could you say that again? I'm not sure what you're meaning. Is the light too bright? Could be. I don't know. Let's try lowering it a little bit for you guys. Is that better? That might be better. It actually does look better. Yeah. Thank you for the feedback, man. But yeah, I think I'd rather be Batman. And Batman is a more interesting character. I mean, obviously everyone's familiar with Spider-Man and like the whole responsibility, all that stuff, but like Batman, I think is a more complicated character. It's more interesting for sure. But here's what it is. Hey Dorothy, how's it going? Um, as far as like even the way they handle themselves, like I think Batman is. I forget it. I don't think I have the mental capacity to start talking about superheroes right now. But I gotta say, the new Superman, the Spider-Man movie was pretty good. Um, but I'm not gonna be doing any NPC stuff here. If you're looking for some NPC stuff, I recommend the Spider-Man guy. I think his stuff is really good, as far as all the NPC stuff is concerned. As far as ASMR, not really sure. I don't really watch that. And then, yeah. Hey, man, how's it going? Man, why do I have to always start this thing with like Boa Al Williams negative vibes? Really negative vibes? Username? Yeah, some of these usernames, man, they're hard to read. I wish people would chose simpler names so it'd be easier to read and I could just like shout them out for you guys. But if there's anything on your mind, feel free to put it in the chat. I got a few topics prepared. Um, and yeah, we'll see. Like this week has been an interesting week. I've been posting a lot of videos and doing a lot of stitches lately. And I've noticed certain patterns. It is what it is, but I'm trying to do something different here. If you guys aren't familiar, this is a podcast about anything and everything. And yeah, let's see, interact. Let's do a lightning Q&A. Ooh, this is a good question, actually. We getting tired of your mouth, boy? I'm not sure what you mean. I just joined, man. I do have an interesting food combination, by the way. If you guys want to try it, get some the Simply Cheetos, the like white cheddar one, and put some curry powder in there. It's a pretty good combo. I made a whole video about it, but I know it's not the kind of thing. He just ate my he want to switch. What? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. You guys are in a relationship or something? Lou, Charm, Chem, and Ivy. Ooh, maybe I could be a matchmaker here. That'd be kind of cool. It's like, hey, guys, here's a black man and a white girl. I think it's a white girl, but who knows? And I know, like, do black women feel some type of way about that? We had that conversation on the podcast this week. I ended up cutting it out of this week's episode, but it's one of the topics that came up how black women, some black women I don't know if it's, yeah, some black women feel some type of way when a black guy is dating a white girl. And I've been I've been accused of being the type of guy that dates white girls, even though it's not even close to true. But I guess the way I sound and the way I look give the impression that I only fuck with white Nubian queens or like milk of magnesias. But I try to rationalize it on the pod. I was explaining like I get why, and I have a video prepared where I actually show the racial preferences of each of the races by gender too. And this is data from OkCupid back in 2014. And I don't know if people are ready to see that kind of data, but basically it just says people prefer their own. So like black people prefer black people, white people prefer white, Hispanics, Asians. And it turns out like there's a really strong bias against black women from the normal. And it's at least in terms of the men of other races. So black men do prefer black women, but of the other races, like Hispanics, whites, and Asians, they don't really fuck with black women at all. It's crazy. And it's true in online dating. And this is data from OkCupid. So I'm finishing up that video, but I don't care. I don't date black men. I'm just not into it. Oh, fair. I mean, like, I don't see anything wrong with that. It is what it is. But your beard looks good. Do you have diabetes? No, this is the microphone. If I had a sweater on, I'd hide it because that's a question that comes up often. But no, this is the microphone. But yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't bother me either. I mean, like, what you prefer is what you prefer, and it is what it is. But the patterns are undeniable. The patterns are undeniable. Like, yes, if you're black in a mostly white country, you will have a much smaller dating pool than your white counterpart. And then true for Asians and true for Hispanics too. And the data shows it in the dating preferences. And it's kind of crazy to see because it's like they wouldn't want to share that kind of information now. It's because obviously people feel some type of way, and no dating app wants to be responsible for making people feel bad about their circumstances or whatever. But they know it too. That's the fucked up thing about it. These dating platforms know the biases people have, and they're not sharing the information, even though it might actually be useful. If you told people honestly, like, look, you have a better chance with people of your own race just because people have a natural bias for themselves. That's just the nature of it. It's just how people are. It's familiarity. This is also true outside of race as well. Like, you notice how people, or like how you get along or resonate with people who maybe grew up in the same town or grew up in the same area or went to the same school or worked for the same company. This is all just like a persuasion idea of familiarity. And that's what sort of appeals to you because it's something that's related to you. So it's almost like a sort of selfish motivation. It's not the right word, but it's sort of the vibe. And but I don't think people are ready to accept some of these truths when it comes to like race and stuff. I've almost never dated my own race. I always thought it was normal. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's fine. Like, but I guess some people do feel some type of way because like I can understand where some black women come from because it's like other races of men don't really fuck with them. So when they see a black guy who is an eligible bachelor who meets all the six rules, or what is it, like at least 6 feet, at least six figures, and then six pack, is that what it is? And then maybe six inches in the pants or something. And then they see that and he's with like a white girl, they're like, what the fuck? It's like, we got no other choices here. And I get it. I see where they're coming from. But at the same time, it's like, people are people. Let them live lives as they want. And I'm not judging either. Like, I'm sure women do the same thing too, and it's all good. And that's just the function of like the country we live in. At least if you're in the US, that's the nature of it. Like, when people complain about like racial disparities and all that, it's not racial disparities. It's not racially motivated. It's self-interested. It's self-interest motivated. So people are choosing to associate with people who have the same sort of background, or at least seemingly same background. And so that self-interest and that familiarity is what's driving a lot of this, that people are attributing to negative things. And that's the tough thing. I think it's so easy to point to these negative things like, oh, it's got to be racist, xenophobe, all that stuff, whatever. It's just like, nah, it's not that. It's just people have a bias for people who are like them. And turns out in a majority white country, most of the people are white. So that's just how it works out. Now, if this was in Africa, you might see mostly like you'd see an entirely different scenario. Hey, Cody, how's it going? Hello, Frozone. Yeah, I've heard that one before. I've heard that one before. I enjoy that one. I've heard also other few ones. So that's why it's like I don't take people too seriously, or I don't take the world and people's like complaints about like racism, stuff like that, because a lot of the time it's just like, you're mind reading a lot of the time, and that's the thing I really don't like that people do, that they all think, everyone thinks they're good at doing. It's like, oh yeah, they're being negative because they must be racist. It's like there could be some other reason. Like it doesn't have to. It's so easy to just point to the negative stuff. That's why I'm just like very careful until you can prove, or it's very certain that that's what that is. Like, why assume or go to that conclusion right away? It just seems a little extreme to me. But I don't know. For a lot of people, it's all good. But yeah, white Nubian queens out there though. It's all good. It's all good. All right, how's your weeks going, guys? Cody, how are you doing? Oh, DB, you're on here. What's up, man? How you been? And I disagree. There is racism and it's blatant sometimes. Like, so you've seen it? Has it happened to you? Like blatant? What do you mean blatant? Like someone says the N word or something? All right, that's pretty clear. But like a lot of times it's like it's a lot of times when people are like, oh, it's got to be racist, whatever. So someone actually, so you want to share, if you don't mind sharing your experience, what exactly happened to you? I can only account one obviously racist experience I've had, and it was a homeless guy calling me the N word. And it is what it is. I'm not going to get mad about reverse racism. What's reverse racism? That's a thing. What does it mean to be reverse racism? You mean like when it's against white people? Okay. If that's what you mean, I don't know why it would be called reverse racism. It's still racism, but I guess it is what it is. I don't know. When it comes to like, I do notice there is a sort of underlying bias that Black people are starting to have against white people. I'm starting to see it. And I don't know if it's as extreme as like inferiority, because I don't think they think white people are inferior in any way. In fact, it's almost like rebellion against an established power is what it's like. So the way they're describing it is not as if they're less than, but as in they have more. Oh, come on, DB. Oh, I already know. I haven't even read this comment. I already know how you're coming in. I'm so sorry. They really don't care about white people anymore. Is that sarcasm? It should not be reversed. Yeah, no, racism is racism. I don't. Yeah, sometimes I don't even like the way like how people use some of these words, or they just make up like all these like different terms to describe something that's pretty clear. If you think less than and negatively of a certain race because of physical characteristics or something, then yeah, it's pretty clear. It follows the definition of what racism is. Now, a lot of people can say it's like, oh, you know what I used to hear in college? I lived with some African American studies majors, and they were saying like Black people can't be racist because they have no power. While Obama was president, by the way, which blew my mind. Like, it's like, what? What do you mean Black people have no power? Of course we have power. We got plenty of power. Yeah, Black power. Like, what the fuck? I didn't understand that at all. It's just like, and then they were saying it so confidently too. I was just like, I don't even know how to address that at all. So it's like, all right, whatever. People want to believe what they want to believe. It's all good. Can you share your story? Come on, man. How you been though, DB? How you been? Ooh, that's some pretty good tea. That's some really good tea. That's not what I'm saying. I was the only white person at work, and they were so young. Which wait, I was the only white person at work, and they were so young. I think, which I think was the problem. Maybe it was an ageist kind of thing. I know, like young people tend to have a bias against old people. No one ever talks about it, by the way, which is kind of fucked up. Like there is a real ageism in the employment market and even in just life in general. People don't really give a shit about older people, but I don't know. Could be it, but it could also be the race thing. I don't know. I can't say, but I've only ever worked in places where I was one of maybe two black people. And that's the thing. Like I've always been so used to being the only black person that I don't even think about that stuff anymore. Like it doesn't even register to me. Like I look different than everybody else. I'm just like, you know what? My work speaks for itself. I can speak for myself, and people can judge me based on that. And if it's going to be something as stupid as my skin color, then it's like, do I care to associate with them? That's the way I've always seen it. So it never bothered me, like growing up, even in college. Here's the thing: like when you study STEM, um, especially engineering, people are arrogant. Like engineers are very arrogant people, and for good reason. I mean, they can basically like build shit, whatever. But that comes at a cost of like everyone believes they're better than everybody else until your work speaks for itself. And so it would have been really easy for me to say, oh, a lot of this like dismissiveness that I initially received was because of being black. But honestly, it's just because they're arrogant ass people. Like it is what it is. And then it's like, oh, okay, they see my work. Oh, yeah, I score higher than all of you guys. Got it. Yep. Got your respect. Yep. And that's how it works. In my unit, they picked on me, went home in tears every day. They were so hateful. It was the first time in my life that I've ever had a problem with anyone. Really? In the workplace? That's crazy. I don't understand. Like, sounds like some schoolyard bullying type thing. But as an adult, though, how old were you? How old were you? Sir, how do you like the Rode mic? Is it better than DJI? I'd never used a DJI, but I do, as far as usability, Rode's fine. But I think the DJI ones come with a charger, a case. One come with a case that charges your stuff, which would be so convenient. The Rode doesn't have it, or maybe they make it, but I don't care to buy a separate piece of equipment just for it. So that alone makes it better, I think. I don't know about the sound quality though, because I've never used the DJI. But if I were to choose again, just based on usability, I would have chosen the. I got these before the DJI was like a year or two before the DJI came out. So you make content, bro. Um, and do you want to talk about the time you got bullied for being black? Because I guess this is what we're doing here now. I don't know the race relation stuff. Oh, you do for the videography. All right, cool. Um, yeah, I think the DJI ones also come with like a magnet to like clip it on your shirt, so you don't have to use like the little clip here. But yeah, it is what it is. I want to mix up my players. Mike, my players. Wait, what do you mean? I want to mix up my? Oh, you want to mic up your players? Got it. Oh, so like basketball or something, sports? Yes, I was in my early 40s. They were 20 something. They knew I loved animals, so they talked about. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That'd be some cool content. You should definitely post it on TikTok for sure. You know what would be interesting? You know how they do mic'd up for the NBA and stuff like that? Imagine the trash talking that happens on a street ball court, or just in the park with some random dudes. It's like, yo, can I mic you up? Mic'd up, and then you could have a whole series. He's just like trash talking. Oh, high school sports. Okay. I don't know. Do you think they get to talk trash it in high school? Mic'd up. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Because that's the thing. Like, you would want personalities who can come up with really good quips and can talk trash, but I'm pretty sure coaches and refs and the system kind of discourage people. Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking. The refs aren't going to, like, who wants to get a tech because you're talking some shit, you know? But as far as Amanda, um, left it on a cliffhanger. They knew I loved animals. Were they talking like making jokes about animals or something? And it's a pretty big age gap. If you're in your 40s and their 20s, that is ageism is probably a more likely. But I mean, it's still wrong. Hey, Gib Gob, how's it going? um, you know what? I recently started listening to. I like to go back to like music I used to listen to, and I started listening to the NBA Street Volume 2 soundtrack again, all the Just Blaze beats and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, that shit slaps on so many different things. I started like listening to it while watching like racing highlights. I was like, yo, that's kind of cool. But then even for high school, I think because I saw like some highlight clips, I was like, I wonder if you could put this music on top of um, high school highlights and stuff. So consider that, man. I don't know how you would get the rights to be able to use that in your media, but those were classics. And then plus the kids would be so hyped. They're like, yo, you put the game breaker sound on my dunk. That's crazy. That'd be cool. And no one talks about speciesism versus animals. Wait, what do you mean? What is that? High school was fine, college great, other jobs great, just younger kids that were stupid. Yeah. Young people are stupid, so it is what it is. What are we talking about? We're talking about the mistreatment of Amanda in the workplace. And then we're also talking about high school basketball highlights and how to get them mic'd up. And then we're also talking about like race in general. If there's anything that you have thoughts about, feel free to put it in the chat. Bro, they've been putting Just Blaze beats on highlights. But I'm talking about the old shit. I don't know. Did you ever play NBA Street Volume 2? That shit's so classic, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That shit's timeless. Hey, they talked about picking their teeth with chicken feet? What the hell? Who does? I don't know. That's weird. Chicken feet. How does that make sense? Yeah, the one with Dr. J on the cover. Yeah. All right, so maybe they're ahead of me. I didn't know that, but I was just like, I rediscovered it. I'm like, man, those were fire beats. I kind of want to make beats like that, and so I just been studying them. And you make music too, right? Um, so yeah, I think that's pretty cool. You are a really cool guy. You seem really cool too, Amanda. What up, 47-year-old man still playing games? LOL. I'm not playing the games. I'm listening to the soundtrack. I don't play video games. And the only video game I would play is like a sim racing kind of thing. But I don't have it set up here. And I'm not 47. Do I look 47? That's kind of cool. Can I pass for 47? Amanda, do I look like I could pass for 47? Is it the gray hair? It's probably the gray hair, huh? Right? Oh, no, you're not talking about me? Oh, okay. All right. You had me gassed up for a second. Hell yes, you look young. Oh, damn. Okay. I'm thinking about getting a sport coat, or like a blazer or something and just making it like my everyday attire. I've been rewatching episodes of House MD. I was like, I could rock the sport coat. I think I'm gonna pass up on the cane, but the sport coat I'm kind of digging it. As a man gets older, his wardrobe I think starts to change. You can tell a man who's stuck in time by what wardrobe he wears and how and what the gap is from his age to the type of style he's wearing. Like if he's still wearing snapbacks with the hat with the bill in the back, and he's like 30, maybe he's stuck in his early 20s. I'm not talking about video games. Oh, okay. T-shirt and sports jacket. Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't have to be like a dress shirt or anything. 47-year-old man that still play with woman heart. Oh, are you bringing up a situation? Your beard not connecting like your points. You're bald, bro. I am bald. Thank you for that obvious observation. How old are you? I'm 33. Okay, so 47-year-old man that still plays with women heart. Are you speaking from experience, or is this just like something a friend of yours is going through? Because we've helped people through relationship issues here. Weirdly enough, they share and we try to help. Bro's bald for real. Yeah, I've been bald since my early 20s, man. Oh, experiencing? Okay. Damn. Okay, so what did he do? All right, guys, let's see if we can help God's favorite over here. She's God's favorite, right? 47-year-old man is still playing with a woman's heart. Damn. What did he do? What did he do? And can we help you here? Just forgive him and continue the relationship? Is that too is that not useful advice? Why not? I think it's okay. I mean, like, as long as you guys have some spice in your relationship, it's all good. Like, do women really want a boring relationship? Let's be honest. Like, a guy who's safe, who you know is totally reliable, who won't bring any drama or anything like that. Come on. That gets boring, right, ladies? You want a little energy, a little spark. And sometimes you just got to get in your feelings, and it might not feel good in the moment, but you like the variety. You know, you don't want to have Chipotle every day. You gotta, like, go to McDonald's every now and then, and then you don't feel good after, and you're just like, man, that's why Chipotle is so good. Yeah, not sponsored, by the way. I didn't think you were 40 anything. You are only 30 something, but you are intelligent. Thank you. I try. It's the glasses, I think. The glasses help. They sell this look. And then people get an impression. You have to teach men. Teach them what? I think men have already figured out, like, don't take any bullshit from these women. That's it. Don't take bullshit and you'll be good. No, don't want the spark to mean cheating. Come on now. I'm not saying you got to cheat. No, I'm not saying no. Like, no, you don't have to cheat. Okay. But drama, like, oh, when she picks a fight out of the blue, or you guys start yelling about, I don't know if you got to yell, but if you guys are just like arguing or have a little spice because of some BS, whatever, that doesn't really matter. Okay. Then she might feel some type of way. And then, like, all right, come here. And she's like, no. He's like, no, come here. And then you handle it like a mouse. That's what you do. Do you guys think it's right for a 47-year-old to get mad at a woman because she didn't sleep with him? Oh, well. Yeah, I don't think guys should get mad at all when a woman doesn't want to. It's just like, move on, man. Like, who cares? I mean, I think his problem is you might be his only option, which is why he's just frustrated, which I can understand. Like, a man who's sexually frustrated, like, yeah, he's going to feel some type of way. Like, obviously, like, every guy can sympathize with this. Like, women, you might not know because you don't have testosterone flowing through your blood, but every guy knows, like, if you didn't have an emotional outlet for the emotions building up inside you, would you feel some type of way? That's a sort of analogy for like what men go through when they haven't had a release in a minute. And so it's not an appropriate reaction, but I can understand where he's coming from. Now, I think he should just realize his situation and be like, okay, she's not really fucking with me. All right, let's go find it somewhere else. Is this in the context of a relationship or what? Not a favorite. I'll have a bicker. No, it's the way you speak, not a bald head. Okay. Are you 22? Meeting for the first time? First time? Okay. Yeah, no. This is the thing. I have different rules from most guys. My rule on a first date is, yeah, tea. We're doing tea, and it's not going to be more than an hour and a half. And that's just to figure out if you're crazy. That's it. And I think this is for both parties. This is the advice I always give because it's worked out well for me. I like the idea of trying to go to a bar, getting drunk, all that. It's like you're involving alcohol. It's not even a good situation. And logistically, you got to figure it out, and it's expensive. It's just like, no. Keep it simple. Tea, Starbucks, usually sometime between 6 and 8 p.m. on a weekday, and you keep it to an hour and a half. It's chill. easy. And then if you guys want to, and then you decide if you want to have a second date after that first date, and that's what it is. It's called She's Just Not Into You. Is that the movie? Alcohol loosens you up a bit. Yeah, but I mean, like, you're trying to understand if this is a person worth being around. And so when you want to know what they're like in their normal state, like, of course, people are looser with alcohol, but that's not really them. A person is everything about them, all their facets, including their reservations and inhibitions. So, yes, I know. Here's the thing: if you like them when they're sober, and they're not like a negative drunk person, then when you guys do get tipsy or have a little alcohol on you, it's just more fun. But like, to start off with that, and then you realize when you guys are sober, you guys don't even like hanging out with each other. It's just like, what's the point? You're wasting everybody's time. Have you ever given your grandma a foot rub? Is that normal? I have not. I don't know if that's normal, but you do you, bro. I'm not. Yeah. He's out of state. We've been talking for. Whoa. Whoa. He's out of state. We've been talking for 8 months to meet for the first time. Yo, there's so many things wrong with this situation. Like, I'm sorry, but like, damn. How are you guys talking for 8 months and then meet for the first time? What? Yeah, I have a thing about long distance relationships like that haven't been at least consummated in some way. Just like, so you never met up in person at all. Scheduling? Not even that. I mean, just like, I don't know, 8 months before you guys even meet up. And then when you guys meet up, I mean, to him, I don't know. Do you guys feel like you're close? And is there a reason why you wouldn't want to sleep together? Is it what's the motivation behind not doing that? Because I mean, if you guys have been talking for 8 months, that's longer than a lot of people's actual relationships. So no one is ever their full self on a first date. Yeah, but this isn't a first date though. If they've been talking for 8 months, I mean, technically, yeah, it's the first time you guys are meeting up in person, but like, you know so much about each other if you guys have been talking for 8 months. How does that feel? You have never met. How do you feel about each other? We never established any relationship. Why are you guys? All right. I think this is where he fucked up. You should not. All right, fellas. I think there's only one person in here, one other dude here. Like, do not be talking to girls for 8 months that you've never met in person. That's a big no-no. Never, never. What the hell? Like, you couldn't find people in your zip code? That's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, how? Yeah. Wow. All right. Good question, Amanda. So you guys just talk as friends? Yeah. So if he, yeah, I think he friend zoned himself by letting it go on for 8 months and then expecting this to be something. Yeah. No. Here's the thing. I'm sure from his side, he was like, "Yo, I wonder if this is because you guys have been talking for so long, and you guys are basically because if you're talking for 8 months, you guys are probably talking like boyfriend girlfriend, at least from his perspective. For you, on your side, you're just like, oh, I just have an emotional outlet and some male attention, and we're just friends. And so there's this like miscommunication going on, probably, and then come to find out, you guys meet up in person, and the expectations are completely mismatched. And then it's like, oh, why are you expecting to have sex? It's like, because he's been treating it like a relationship, like as if you're his girlfriend. Because that's what guys don't just talk to girls for 8 months as friends. That's not a thing that guys do. And so I think maybe neither of you guys were clear about what this was, or maybe he should have just asked. It's better to take the L, fellas, than to wonder and tippy toe around the question and then get yourself in a predicament like this where you've been talking with someone for 8 months. Yeah, Tom G over here. I think you get more views on TikTok because that's where low IQ jiggas are. No, there's just no following on YouTube, bro. It is what it is. But I can always use the replay here, so I don't mind posting here too. But I am on YouTube if you guys want to check it out as well. It's on horizontal and I think a better camera too. And I'll be able to read your comments as well. But I don't know. I think guys should just be honest about their intentions with women. Just like, no, we're not friends. I've had to explain this to girls before. No, I've never had to explain it actually, because I have very strict rules about friendships with people. Like, first rule about friendship for me, and here's the thing, it's only for me. I'm not going to tell you guys how to have what definitions you should use for friendships, but my definitions have been like, one, to be a friend, you have to be the type of person that I think in a bad situation, if I ever find myself in a terrible situation, that you have my back. If that's not, if I don't know that to be true, then I don't care to hang out with you in the good times. Really don't care. And then two, I'm not friends with girls I'm not sleeping with. That's just it. I don't understand that. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's like, if you want to hang out, if you want to like talk and all that, cool. And we'll also have fun. Seems like a reasonable, and it's always worked out. They've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. If it turns into more, that's great. If not, that's cool too. And it is what it is. But like, talking 8 months, nah, I ain't doing that. But that's just me. Dude didn't even take me on a date. Oh, so he just showed up and he's like, let's get jiggy with it. I kind of respect the I don't know. That'd be funny if you just showed up with a roll of condoms just ready to go. Seems like you would have to be attracted to each other. Yeah, but I mean, like, guys aren't generally talking to women they don't find attractive. That's the thing. Like, women do, but men don't. Like, men don't just hang out. I don't know. Guy was shooting his shot. Yeah, I kind of respect him for that. I kind of do. No, he just wanted to chill, nothing like that. But you just said he tried to like turn it into more. How you doing, by the way, Tom G? How you doing? I don't know. Yeah, if he's just shooting his shot, it is what it is. And it's just like, okay. It probably sucks for him because he flew there. Probably he came to you, didn't he? If I had to guess, he came to you just based on how I could be wrong, but it sounds like he came to you, and that's not a good sign. Yeah, of course. That sounds consistent with, man. I hope the guy ends up getting a dub sometime. Probably not with you, but I mean, like, see, I wish he was on this live. I could just tell him, like, yeah, no, God's favorite isn't for you, bro. She was never interested. It's all good. He has to accept it's 8 months down the drain. It is what it is. You're not looking for anything there either. So he went all the way for a piece that makes no sense. Amanda, I think you underestimate how horny guys are. When guys are horny, man, we do stupid shit like this, like flying across. Yo, I'm not trying to put anybody's business out there, but I have stories of dudes who've done some crazy shit for some, yeah, like all logic and reason leaves our head in a state of horniness. It's crazy. It's hard to describe. And he said he lucky he didn't go off on me because I didn't sleep with him. All right, he didn't need to say that. I don't know if that's gonna help. Yeah, he's like emoting a little bit, but he doesn't need to say that. That's that could definitely be used against him one day. I tell him to be careful with the language because the world's gonna try to fuck him anyways, if he says shit like that. But aside from that, yeah, I mean, all right. So that didn't work out. So then why were you talking to him for 8 months? I guess if you just thought he was a friend. They couldn't pick up someone in their own town and he kept talking down on women. Here's the thing. It's like, if you're 47 and you're still struggling to even get a woman interested in you and all that, I can see where they're coming from. It sucks. Like, for no one to be fucking with you at all. Like, imagine that. Like, I don't know if you can even imagine that. Like, to not be wanted at all by anybody. Like, they couldn't pick up someone in their own town. That's an easy thing to say if you've never had to pick up people before, Amanda. Like, it's okay. It's fine, guys. It's all good. Kept talking down on women. I can understand why he's better at making comments about fat women. Okay, I don't know how that came up. Plus, some guys like the double life aspect of it. What do you mean? What double life aspect? of like talking to someone far away, but then also messing with people local. I don't know if that's a thing, but possibly. Who knows? Yeah, man, 47. That sucks. It really sucks. But here's the thing: it's not even too late for him to turn around his life if he wanted to. Like, first advice I would give is just hit the gym. That's probably one issue. Then he definitely has to work on the mental stuff because, yeah, it's tough. Being normal in hometown, but flying across the pond to smash. Hmm. Oh, you mean like a reputational kind of thing? So you don't get a reputation of like being a horn dog at home. Um, I don't know. Flying to smash seems a bit excessive. He's been married twice and got cheated on both relationships. So he's picking bad. I don't know if he's picking bad women or they just probably picking bad women. No, I don't know. It's so easy to like. I don't know much about the guy in his situations. I can't even say. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. Like, but yeah, he's been burned twice, so I can understand. All right, so now his negativity towards women makes total sense. If you've been married twice and got cheated twice, total sense. It's like, of course, you're gonna feel some type of way. You made a lifelong bond twice to two women who both cheated on you, betrayed your trust. That's crazy. Of course, he's gonna be bitter about it. My God, 47 is young. Yeah, it's pretty young, at least in the modern day. At least that's what he told him. No, it's not. Yeah, I mean, like if you're 47, you got it good. If you take care of your health, maybe 20 years, 25, it's decent. No, I would say he is the loser. Yeah, but I mean, okay, but not all where women are the same. Uh, yeah, but at least as far as his life is concerned, um, he's noticing a pattern. So it's like, all right, if you got burned by a bunch of your ex-boyfriends and you become bitter about men, it'd be totally understandable because every time you got yeah, it would make total sense why a woman would feel that way. Now, it's not fair to the next person you're dating. Um, like, why would you let past relationships dictate your how you feel about future relationships? Obviously wrong, but it's also understandable. Um, I think this is, I'm starting to sound like Kevin Samuels, and I'm not trying to be him. I don't think I could fill that shoes, but yeah. Should I ask you guys your age and weight or your rating? But not all women are the same. Yes, it is. 47 is a baby. Yeah. It's all relative, right? Time is a construct, a social construct. Someone said to me once, time is a social construct. So, yeah. I was really kind with him, and he was a total Dutch. If he keeps getting dumped, what's his problem? Maybe he's going after a certain type of woman, or women become a certain type of way because of the way he's treating them. Because that's another thing that happens in these like relationships too. Like women, you know, unfortunately, if you don't set some bounds, women have a tendency to just keep pushing them. That like little pecking that women can do, just like again and again. Sometimes it comes in the form of nagging or even like small little quips and suggestions, but over time can change a man into something that he never was. And so it's like a man's job is to like resist that at all times, put that dam up and never waver and stay the guy that got her in the first place. But then also maybe it could have been circumstance. They saw him as like I don't know, for some stability. If he keeps, he's very controlling. I'm very controlling. Like, yeah, like, controlling can be good. Controlling means stability, ladies. Okay, like when you guys are going through some emotional fit or whatever. Hey, no, you're doing this. It's like no, but no, you're doing that. No, I got you. No, but we're doing that. But we're doing that, and that's it. And then it works out. And it's just like, I'm glad I didn't have to think about it. Exactly, it is controlling. Bingo, that's what I was saying. Shit men peck just as badly. Maybe, I don't know. I've never dated men, so possibly, I guess. I think a lot of men do have insecurities. Hey, Kirko, how's it going? What's good? How's school going? So I've been spoken to him. I haven't spoken to him since that trip. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. I mean, I'm glad he moved on. That's good for him. And it's good for you too. So you can actually like, well, I guess it was never a romantic situation for you. So I guess it's fine. And you can go out. He never reached out. He probably shouldn't. He probably shouldn't. Took the week to learn Bash. Ooh, interesting. Nice. What did you use it for? Um, is that anything? Is that similar to shell script? Um, and what did you end up writing? And I think he shouldn't reach out. I think it's the right response. Just work on himself, move on. But I think at this point he should learn from the situation and not talk to girls for 8 months that he hasn't met yet. That's a big no. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. Nothing, just heard nobody knows it, so I decided to try it out. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting approach to learning, just because people don't do it. Yeah, basically shell script. Yeah, it's nice. I've been writing. I That's the thing. I take a different approach. I only learn things when I need to figure something. When I want to build, I come up with something I want to build. I'm like, what's the easiest way for me to do it? And that's how I learned shell script, because I was like, oh, I got to use FFmpeg. It's a Node.js FFmpeg with YouTube downloader, and I wanted to download YouTube videos and then convert it, take high definition videos from YouTube and combine it with the audio because they're separate streams. And then I was like, all right, what's the easiest way I can do this? I could spin up a whole like JS environment, whatever. I was like, nah, let me just do a script. And it worked. So I did it. And then right now I'm fucking learning a Raspberry Pi bullshit to figure out some like streaming audio. Oh, you're gonna have to do that? Okay. So yeah, programming is cool when it works, but then when it doesn't work and it's dated and libraries and packages suck, it sucks. The whole Echo thing was weird when I first saw it, though. Yeah, yeah. There's a few weird things. ChatGPT is actually kind of helpful if you're looking for like, hey, what's the command for this? And it'll tell you. Surprisingly, like I recently asked it to give me the value of inflation, the value of a dollar from 2009 to 2023 in with inflation adjusted, and it gave me a whole chart. I can't tell you if it's accurate, but hey, I posted it on Threads anyways. uh, how's it going? How's it going, Jord? How are you doing? Yeah. You guys got anything on your mind? I don't know how long I'll be able to last tonight. I know normally I say that and I just last for a long time, but I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep. But the show must go on. And so I show up and the show will go on. Hey, Liam, how's it going? Yeah, so I'm good. Interested in the controlling parts of you. Yeah. How do you feel about people who are controlling? See, that's the thing. It's so easy to say, frame it in a bad way, but it's also stability. It's also, here's the thing. Where was the nap? Yeah, it was a 2 hour nap. Like barely even. Like I slept and then I woke up and then I couldn't go back to sleep. So I figured I'd just down a Red Bull, eat some food, and then hop on this live. You don't see me as controlling? Why not? What's wrong? I'm not controlling? Huh. Interesting. I have tendencies. There is no stability. Oh, okay. I get you. I have a creative mind. I can't be tied down. My mind wanders like my body wanders. And that's how I live life as a free spirit. Someone has to. But of course, some stability is always nice too, right? I'm not controlling though. I feel like I am controlling, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. Um, I like to flip all the notions people have on their heads. So like, oh, we got to be more emotional. Nah, people need to be less emotional. Oh, people got to communicate more. Or it's like, no, no, no. People suck at communication and they do a lot of mind reading. Would you live apart from your wife if she needs stability? No. Why would that? How does that make sense? No. Oh my God, Kevin Samuels is back. I mean, you probably need to be more emotional. No, I don't think so. But maybe I could do the Kevin Samuels thing. Like, I guess I'd have to trim up the beard. I'll get a blazer. I'll do a different style. I'm not gonna completely rip off the guy, but and then we can talk about even things outside of relationships. Get boring though, because it is what it is. Andrew Tate or Kevin Samuels. Here's the thing with Andrew Tate though. Like, I like that he's a good entry point for a lot of guys waking up and taking responsibility of their lives. But as far as like long-term advice, I don't think he has any good long-term advice for guys. It's usually like, and then, now he's doing the whole religious thing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it's just a grift. It's probably just a grift, but whatever. Kevin Samuels, I respect the guy because of the way his presentations were on point. The guy, man, forget what he was actually saying. You can disagree with him completely, but like his production quality and preparation and the way he can just weave into a story and relate it to Avengers, to Black women and dating. I was just like, yo, that's wisdom right there. It's not for you to think. Okay. Rich Kevin. You could pull off a tech bro approach. See, I think that would be pretty cool. I think that would be pretty cool. Like a mix between Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, and maybe like, who would it be? Theo? I don't know. Theo's pretty opinionated about a lot of things, and he's a little too nerdy for me. But I can't think of anybody who. But I think it'd be cool. It's like, yo, let's build this man in the middle ad block system using a Raspberry Pi, so that we can block YouTube ads from any device that's connected to the network. And just like, let's figure this shit out. Which, I mean, I've been looking into it. It's interesting approach because you would need to figure out the whole certificate authority thing. I don't know. I don't have to get into it, but he got a Bugatti. What's your view on Kendra G? I don't know who Kendra G is. Who's Kendra G? Kendra G. Kendra G. After much prayer and deliberation, I decided it's time to focus on the next chapter of my life, which includes leaving the city I called home. What the fuck? Who's Kendra G? I tried being emotional and opening up, and all it got thrown back in my face. Reverse Uno. Good point, Alex. Very good point. Maybe women have the freedom to open up, but nah, I don't think men do. Like, I don't think women want to know the struggles and pains and the shit men are going through mentally. And here's the thing, we sit and deal with it in silence. And I think that's better than just letting it all out because, maybe other men can sympathize with you. Certain types of men can sympathize with you, but a lot of men would just dismiss you as like being weak. And then women, on the other hand, have a hard time sympathizing with men. Of course, there are exceptions, Jordan, but a lot of them can't. Kevin Samuels made me appreciate suits more. Not gonna lie, yeah. I don't know if I have it in me to wear a suit, the whole get up, because it feels kind of hot. But at least the jacket might be cool. Maybe I'll start doing that. You like Omar Johnson? She's like female Kevin Samuels. I never like it when women give dating advice. It's like, what the fuck do you know? Like, what would you know about catching fish? Like, it makes no sense. It never made sense. So it's like, if she's giving advice, the kind of advice Kevin Samuels is giving, nah, I'm calling it cap for sure. Cap. Men do too when they're in the right environment. If you can't open up to your woman, you might need a different woman. No, that's not it. I think you're missing. There's certain things that men just go through that. I don't think both genders lack empathy for each other. I think men have more empathy for women than women have for men generally. And it might not seem that way, but just based on the way men treat women and the way women treat men, it's pretty clear. So you don't judge them based on what they're saying. You don't judge them based on the communication, but based on their action. And as you guys would know, a lot of guys out here want to give to women. There's a word for that, but I'm pretty sure it would trigger the algorithm if I said it. LOL. Yeah, women giving dating advice is like some real stupid shit, but whatever. Nah, they lack understanding. Empathy isn't the issue. Cuxo voice himself. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I almost opened up once to a girl, but I caught it fast. Thanks. Good for you, man. Good for you. Pearl Davis is interesting. Oh no, Pearl Davis is the worst. She's like Kevin Samuels, except with 10 times worse delivery in a white female package. And I'm just like, wow. All it takes is put it in a woman. And here's the thing: she had way more success than Kevin Samuels did in such a short amount of time, just regurgitating the shit poorly. And you can tell based on how quickly she flips on everything that she's just playing to the audience. And so it's like people are listening. These men are listening to someone who's just telling them what they want to hear, and that's not useful. The thing I could respect about Kevin is that he was giving men shit first. And then he gave women shit because that's what people wanted to watch. But he would still give men shit all the time. It's like, yeah, get your shit together. He has this whole fucking catalog of videos that all about like criticizing men and their life choices and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, whatever. What's your views on today relationships? I think men just kind of have to like make it what they want it to be. This whole idea that men are just going to like ask for things and like it's just going to happen and then you can talk your way into having a good relationship. Nah, you just got to set your boundaries. It's like, this is the relationship I will have. Now, I hope you're a good fit for that lady, but if you're not, okay, we tried, move on. And I think this is how women date. So it's like, just date the way women do, have standards and stick with them. And then also put yourself in a position to have options so you can stick with those standards. Bingo. That's because empathy requires strength and men are stronger. Interesting. Air George, maybe I've never personally been one to throw things back in people's faces. If you have either good looks or money or talent, you got it made. But here's the thing. When it comes to looks, honestly, today, all you have to do is be relatively fit. You don't even need the looks. That's the thing. Like, you can lean into whatever archetype fits with your look and your body. So I've never been a pretty boy, but I have the stature. I'm a big guy. And that's sort of what I've leaned into. And like, here's the thing. We have flexibility in the range of attractiveness that we can assume. So like, yeah, you can go the pretty boy route, or you can go the like sort of slightly dangerous, scary looking big guy. Or even just being a big guy is like a sort of attraction marker for a lot of women. But women just basically all they have is you have to be beautiful. And so we have more flexibility. So it doesn't have. And then as far as money, I actually have a video that I haven't posted yet. But actually, let me just catch up. If you could rewrite that so I can remind myself to address the money and talent. Alex, and you shouldn't. It's nice you can be above that. Now find a woman that can handle your emotions. Yeah. Like, there aren't a lot of women out there. You like Fresh and Fit? I like that they're a good entry point for guys. Myron, I mean, he's still very angry. I don't know if he's angry. He's cool. I mean, I don't have a problem with the guys. I do have a problem with Abbott and Preach, though. The Fresh and Fit guys are fine by me. I don't watch them, but I don't have anything to complain about the guys either. It's just they're a good starting point. So I wish... like, once you enter the space that way, then you move on to other guys. Like, the idea being like, when you start learning about this red pill stuff, you eventually apply it to your life, and then you don't need this anymore because it's become a part of who you are. And then that's it. You're out. That would be nice. She's awesome at explaining girl-guy dynamics, but outside of that dynamic, she gets herself in trouble. She's not even good at that, dude. She's just telling guys what they want to hear. It's like, I don't think women should vote, bro. She's just telling guys what they want to hear. Now, she can't articulate why, um, at least in any deep sense, or like, women should do this, women should do it. She's just saying what guys want to hear. It's like I'm always very skeptical of anyone who's telling me what I want to hear. Or like if they're telling you what you want to hear, they're probably lying to you. Which is also my beef with therapists too. It goes deep. He used to go in on the guys that called into his show. Yeah, he did, but people overlook that. Give an example of something you're empathetic to. Okay. I know a lot of hot women that turn fat and ugly and their life is hard now. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens to a lot of people as they age. So it's like one of the things you have to sort of fight is the natural tendency to atrophy. And that requires constant work. It's not something that ever just stops. And if people just understood that early enough, then you don't have to do all the work to get yourself back to normal again, which is hard to do too. That's hella not how women date. You don't understand. Attractive women, no matter what color, live the dream. Yeah, but there's also a negative to that though. Like if you make money, if everything good in your life comes from the way you look, you're gonna do some hoe shit. Okay. And imagine being them. Like on the outside, it looks great because like life is just so easy. But then on the flip side is like no one cares about you as a person because all they see is your looks. Now that sounds great because like guys, we're just like, yeah, I mean, people want to be around us just because we are. That sounds great. But then imagine your entire life. He's like, I have other things about me. I like talking about other things. There's more to me than just the way I look. But then anytime, so imagine an Instagram model who like shows a lot of lewd pictures, who's showing body shots and all this stuff, getting all the likes and hearts doing that. But then as soon as she starts talking about like this new craft she's getting into, but she's wearing a sweater and it gets nothing, how do you think she feels after that? It's like, what the fuck? There's more to me, but you never, people don't, yeah, it is what it is. There's a flip side to everything. That's the way women act like they date. Some girls like tall guys. They could be ugly, yeah. All right, let me catch up with these comments. I'm falling way behind. I'm very empathetic towards unattractive women. Meanwhile, women treat unattractive men bad. I think it's more like women don't even notice unattractive men. It's like they're literally blind to them. It's kind of crazy, which you could define as being way worse than not even treating them poorly. Treating them like they don't even exist is pretty fucked up, but they can't help themselves. So you know how it feels to be unattractive because it's lonely, isolating? Yep. Good looking typo. And you don't think unattractive women understand those feelings in men? Here's the thing. The most unattractive woman can still get laid. Like she can still get laid. She can get attention. She's gonna have to give up a lot to do it, but she can get it. Now you can't say that about an unattractive guy. No, when men have feelings, women are annoyed and mildly repulsed. It can happen. They get to go to exclusive parties. Everybody at these parties is somebody. If they marry an old guy, he croaks, she gets all his money. Yeah, but this is all just like material stuff. I mean, if they're satisfied with that kind of life, it's cool. But I heard from several women secretly that ugly, broke, untalented guys don't matter. Ugly, broke, and untalented guys don't matter. Yeah, but I mean, like they're just revealing their character. It is what it is. Like, would you want to imagine a guy saying that about other people? Like, all right, why do you speak that way about people that you probably don't know who just maybe had a poorer lot in life? Those are just people you don't hang out with. Now, when it's women and they're beautiful, for some reason people still fuck around with them because they're beautiful. But I mean, I think they understand part of the reason why people even mess with them in the first place is just because of their looks. It's a shallow thing that will fade eventually. So, and I don't know if the women know there's a clock on it, but I mean, not all women, bro. You just got to find women who care about you. Untalented. Facts. Unattractive girls can still get some play. I've seen it firsthand. Yeah, they can always get some attention. Any woman can get attention. She just might have to give up more than she wants to get that attention. There's nothing an unattractive guy can get to get more attention other than paying for it, in which case, like that's the equivalent, I guess. Well, I don't know, because it's not legal here. So like, how many guys are comfortable paying for it? It's not. And plus, here's whatever. It's not just material. It's lifetime of freedom. Hi. Hey, Bobby. How's it going? Hey, Jenny Jensen. How's it going? Well, since you're looking, hi, just on here to laugh, new YouTuber. Oh, congrats on joining the whole content creation hustle. You blocked me? What are you talking about? I almost never block people. The only people I ever block are spammers, and you're not spamming anything. So unattractive guys can be funny, and he might set himself up. Nah, come on, Jordan. Yeah, you could be funny, but like if she's not, you can't laugh a girl out of her. Well, I guess in some extreme situations, but guys aren't really funny like that. Most guys aren't. So, I muted you before. Were you spamming before? I wouldn't say Bernie Mac is an ugly guy. He might be a weird looking guy, but he's not ugly. Plus, you can't use people with fame and clout as examples, Jordan. You can't. Like, that's a whole different category for speaking your mind. I don't think so. Charlie Murphy, they weren't always rich. Okay. But like, if you have clout, this is a microphone. If you have clout, like, it's a whole different category. Like, that's the thing. Like, using famous people as examples is not a good example for this, because it's a whole different strata of. Because, like, yeah, if you have status or prestige because you have clout, I mean, even like, what's his name? Patrice O'Neal. Okay, you can say that's a pretty ugly guy because he's like really big, heavy set guy. But he could get girls, but he had clout. He was hella funny though. That's what he had to be. And I think he talked about it on the Black Phillip show. He's like, I gotta be like a top comedian to get girls, basically. That's what I had to do. Looking like how I look like. That's what I had to do. Yo, if you haven't listened to the Black Phillip show, which is basically like him on the Opie and Anthony show, it's hilarious, bro. If you guys think like Andrew Tate is bad, or if you like Andrew Tate energy, whatever, like Black Phillip show for sure. Yeah. No, unattractive, funny guys are treated like court jesters. Yeah. Yeah, Mac isn't ugly. He has status and he's rich. Yeah, and he's pretty tall too. He's not an ugly guy. Name a guy that's ugly. I don't know. Like, I don't really check guys like that. Who is that white guy in that movie about the interracial couple? And he has like a urban podcast. What's his name? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? He was in 21 Jump Street with that other guy. And do you guys know who I'm talking about? Jay-Z's and all that, and he got Beyonce. Jay-Z ran these streets, yo. And he got her after his success. It's a great example. Hello? Hey, Vicky. How's it going? Patrice O'Neal is better looking than Bernie Mac. What? Yo, if I could put a poll, I would put that. I don't know. I can't say. Maybe women, other women in the chat, please. Who's better looking? Patrice O'Neal or Bernie Mac? You could say Bernie Mac had a weird look, but like, wow, okay. Black Phillip is fire. It's so fire. It's so underrated. Steve Buscemi. How you can't name an ugly guy, but you're telling me Bernie isn't? Yeah, I don't know. You name another dude. I'll tell you if they are or they aren't. At least as far as how they rank among other guys. Masculinity goes into attractiveness too. Yeah. So that's the thing. We have a spectrum of like attractiveness areas we can go into. So it's not just a physical thing. It could be an attitude. It can be a vibe. It can be a stature. It can be the way you handle certain situations. It could be even just like experience. Like, do you have some scars on you and stories that go with it? That could all be attraction. Girls don't have that kind of flexibility when it comes to their attraction. So it is sort of an advantage we have. So like when guys are like, man, I'll never be a pretty boy. It's just like, you got so many other options. You can lean into other things, guys. You can lean into other things. Like I wouldn't describe myself as a pretty boy, but I think what I have is my mind. I'm a big guy. I got the glasses, but then my mind is, I think, what really attracts girls when I've had interactions with them. It's my mind. Jay-Z isn't ugly. He has strong black features. Yeah. Are you talking about Jonah Hill? Yes, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill. And he's going through some shit right now, by the way. Not agree. Jay-Z definitely isn't ugly. Okay. People who call Jay-Z ugly just don't like black people. And yes, that includes internalized anti. He just has big lips, big nose. He looks like old African art. Thank you for that, Howard. Easy Nuts. Oh, perfect name, bro. I'm digging that. So a funny masculine guy can get play regardless of how attractive he is. That's my point. No, if you're like unattractively ugly, like, but you can lean to other, like, that's the thing. All right, I see where you're coming from. Jonah Hill is also not ugly. I don't know. Hey, I'm just Carolyn. Nah, Don Cheadle looks like African art. Don Cheadle looks like he's from Kenya, which, okay. I mean, African art. What the fuck? How you guys like shitting on other black people right now? That's crazy. I see. Yo, I'm waiting for someone to compare Beyonce to like a fertility statue. I'm saying if I seen Tyra Banks without makeup and she looks like a hood rat, but with makeup, she's a goddess. Yeah, the makeup thing is a little weird. You're misconstruing the comments. Maybe I am. There's a lot going on here. But all right, so they can be ugly and still get play. No, wasn't the original comment like ugly guys are ignored? Like if unattractive guys are ignored. So what does unattractive mean? It doesn't mean just beauty. It means like there is no redeeming attractive quality that you have in terms of like the realm of men and women. And so like if you don't have any of those things, then which means you're unattractive, then you are literally ignored by women. And so like when you hear women talk about, oh man, all these guys, you guys have all these opportunities and you know, whatever, it's just like you're ignoring the vast amount of men who get no play. Like none. It's great. You would not understand. Here's the thing. There was this one lady who transitioned. She didn't transition. She wanted to be a man for a period of time. And so she did this whole like routine, partnered with like ABC or whatever. And they put the whole get up, they put a beard on her or like made her look masculine or whatever. And she tried to live life as a man. And she had a mental breakdown at the end of it. She was like, wow, everybody just ignores you. That's crazy. And no one wants to help you. You get no compliments, no sympathy, no help from anybody around you. And that's just the way it is. Unless you have some sort of attractive trait about you. Naomi Campbell is not that hot. I've seen 1,000 black women hotter than Naomi Campbell. Who's Naomi Campbell? Is she a model? Here's the thing. Models aren't really attractive to men. They're attractive to gay men. Because they're models. Naomi Campbell. I mean, she's not bad. Yeah, I see that great example. Majority of guys get little to no play. Yeah, like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. She's only the most famous black model of all time. Bigger than Tyra Banks. Bigger than Tyra Banks. Because if you asked me to name a black model, I would not have named her. I would have named Tyra Banks, though. I read somewhere the average man has like 7 relationships in a lifetime, if any. In Britain, yes. Oh, okay. Is she British? Okay. I can see that. In Britain, yes. 7 relationships. Does that mean like official relationships or just any interactions? those are interactions, significant interactions with women. I find Tyra Banks more attractive to Naomi Campbell, but Tyra and Naomi didn't get along in real life. That's crazy. Where's the black queen movement when you need it? You know. And then where does Rosario Dawson fit in all this? Or like Halle Berry, you know? Naomi was known worldwide more before Tyra Banks show. Yeah, the show kind of set her off, huh? That is the thing. Like, here's the thing. In the modern, I would say maybe there's two types of fame when it comes to these women. Like, Halle Berry's hot. Here's a funny thing. I've been noticing how Hollywood treats older women. Like, in when a woman's in her early 20s, she's getting all the parts, all the gigs, all the major movies. She's in everything, and they reuse her a lot. And then after like her mid to late 20s, they discard her real fast. Now Halle Berry's doing fucking TV shows now. That's crazy. She was Catwoman. She was Storm. And now she's doing fucking TV shows. Because no one fucks with older women in Hollywood. That's crazy. Even like what's her name? Who did like the Hummingbird, what was the movie? The white girl who does those movies with the arrow, the archer. What's her name? Whatever her name is. She's doing basic ops movies now too. It's crazy. Like, once you're past your mid-20s, Hollywood does not fuck with women at all. Past their 20s is crazy. So that's the other side of this whole like attraction thing. Like, once you get older as a woman and you pass that, Jennifer Lawrence, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Remember when she was the big thing? Yeah, this is how they do it. Problem is now with the casting couch, it's not the same as before. Yeah, because maybe. Well, here's the thing. I bet you it's still happening. It's just people are more careful, or it's just all under the low, or people. There's a lot of implications and stuff. Her latest movie, she's playing a nymphomaniac. Everybody's afraid of legalities, and also they're competing with YouTube and other video streams. Yeah, but I don't know. It's weird. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's easy to envy women with the beauty and the ease of life that they have early on. But then imagine that being your life, all you've known for a long time, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, when you're in your mid to late 20s or early 30s, all that slowly and then suddenly stops. How would you feel? And it's no wonder a lot of women get bitter about the world. It's like, this whole time I thought they were just nice to me. I thought the world was a friendly place, and all of a sudden I don't get nice shit anymore. I don't get free shit. Why don't people treat me better? Even though they're still being treated better than your average dude, but it's less than what they're used to. And so that's why they get upset. But it's okay. I mean, I heard it's done by proxy. Ooh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Everything about Hollywood is so devilish. That's why I'm just like, anyone who succeeds in such a corrupt place probably had to be corrupted in some way themselves, which is why I don't trust The Rock. I don't trust Kevin Hart or anybody who has a healthy career in a corrupt system like that. Only the actors that can act, get play when they're older, looks fall off, and so does interest. But not even that, because like, oh, Trucker Daddy's back on Twitch. It's not even that. It's just like, they're not young anymore, and so even if they can act, they have to end up accepting different roles. So they have to play different roles. So they might be used to playing roles where they were the young, attractive heroine of their movies, of scripts and stuff, and then they have to transition into the whole motherly secondary role, supporting character, when they had a huge early burst into being the star of a lot of things. And so they have to make that transition if they want to continue a career. And that comes with a pretty big pay cut too. People have it where they make them think between the lines of their proxy. Looks stay, so does your career. Yeah, correct. But then here's the thing: for men, it's the opposite. Oh well, some young men get a chance. Hey, Pink, uh, how's it going, guys, on Twitch? I'm also on TikTok too. But like for guys in Hollywood, like you notice how they get their breakout usually later in life. Like Samuel L. Jackson didn't get his breakout until Pulp Fiction, which I think he was in his mid to late 30s by then. What's his name? The guy who just got canceled, the black guy. He's man, I don't know why I'm having a hard time remembering these actors, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Major. What's his name? The Major guy? Yeah. He got his breakout later in life too, in his 30s. Michael B. Jordan, same thing, I think, also in his later years. Like for men, it happens later, and that's usually when their body develops more too. Hey, yeah, my other name got reported. Oh, damn. Dude. Yeah, but you just coming in hard already, huh? Yo, the Twitch guys are back. um, there are people who correct. We're talking about Hollywood and how corrupt they are right now. So if you guys got any opinions on that, like how they discard women after their youth and men get their chance later on. There are people who are related without the same last name. Yeah, like what's her name? Angelina Jolie's actually, she changed her name, but she's actually related to some like famous director or something, or the daughter of some famous director. But you know, it's all legit, right? Yeah, but Denzel is no longer good looking young protagonist. Men have similar transitions. Yeah, but I mean, he can still play the equalizer. See, like, that's, I don't know. Men have similar transitions. Yeah, but like way later, though. Way later. Like, it's just the windows of opportunity, I think, just shift. I was here last week, missed you. Hey, daddy. Nice. Okay. Jonathan Majors, yes, him. Chadwick Boseman also went in his 30s when career took off. Yeah. And so that's the thing. Like, if women were smart, they would get on a guy who's on the trend upwards or about to hit. Just grab him then, or maybe earlier. I mean, do you like Ice Spice? I haven't listened to any of her music, but yeah. It's crazy how that works out. Even this actually works out even in like professional careers and stuff too. Like you notice a lot of men really take off financially and in their careers in their mid 30s, usually is when it happens. And the 20s are just like a learning process. But then, you know, women in their 20s, they're the ones who I think have more corporate success because the visual of having a woman in higher positions is always something to point at, to put on your masthead. And so it's like, yeah, the success comes later for guys, even in industries outside of Hollywood. Proxies, if they get in trouble, are broke, or have trust outside of the jurisdiction, I could see that being a thing. Yeah. Liam Neeson, Keanu Reeves, Jason Statham, all doing action movies still. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, they could have done it when they were young. Because, like, what? Keanu Reeves had Speed, an action movie on a bus. Liam Neeson, obviously, he did Taken years ago, but I mean, he was still a pretty old guy. But I don't know. I haven't seen any of his older movies. Jason Statham, The Transporter, like that's an old ass movie, and we watched that. Yeah, all doing action, and they're still doing action movies. Yeah, it's they played it young and they played it old. I know you also missed us. Of course, I missed you guys. Except it's weird seeing you with a different username. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Some places have metal detectors and approach you while swimming, so you have no recording device. Wow. Are you serious? Where are you getting this information from? Are you speaking from experience? It's like, no, I'm not going to get caught. It's like, if we're going to do some shady business, if we're going to do some casting couch shit, you're not going to catch me. Tom Cruise is like 60 minutes still doing Mission Impossible. Good example. The guy who's been doing Mission Impossible since he was like, what, early in his career? That's crazy. What's your logic and strategy on surviving without modern technology, medicine, and convenience? I don't have one yet, but that's definitely in the plans for sure. It's definitely in the plans. Yeah, I'm sad. Changed my name. But why'd you change it to Pink to Clover? Oh, Lover. Pink Taco Lover. Oh. You got to put some capitals or like camel case there, so it's easier to read. And yeah, you guys are gonna get super sexual. Are you guys gonna wait for a girl to enter the chat and you guys are gonna turn into horny motherfuckers? Is that what's gonna happen again? You guys gotta chill. You guys gotta chill when a girl enters the chat. Jeez. To be allowed upstairs. That's smart, but also kind of fucked up. Non-Nemenon 2020. What can I call you? What's a long ass name? I'm gonna call you Non. Non. Because naan is a delicious bread. Yo, the guys on Twitch are wild, bro. Like, I only like dogs. I'll let you raise them up this time. No, it's for you guys. If I'm not okay, now they're making Chinese jokes. I'll let you raise. I'm gonna suck her dick if she joins. Yo, all right, guys. I think I should do a separate stream with you guys because I notice as soon as this stuff gets raunchy, people on TikTok will leave. But yeah, Twitch guys are professional weirdos. I agree. But there's something endearing about it, though, right? Because it's like they're willing to push the boundaries. They get their accounts banned. They make new ones. They'll take your avatar, a picture of you, and make it their profile page or their profile picture. It's like, it's whatever. There's something endearing. Where's the merch at? Don't have any merch yet. I actually thought about some merch, but did you make any yet? No. I do have this though. This is kind of cool. I made this, which I haven't figured out how to monetize or sell this to people. But if you can see on my glasses, I have these like silver dots. If you can see it here too. And the reason why is because those are magnets, and I could do things like that. And I haven't quite figured out how to sell it, but that could be merch, I think. If I could figure out how to like sell this as a kit. It's nostalgic in a way. It is nostalgic, right? Old internet, when people were just raw, pun intended. I appreciated that. I miss that old internet. Have you guys ever heard of the theory of like the internet's all fake now? It's nice, I agree, but it's a pain to carry it. Is it? I mean, all you got to do is just do that and then stack them and then put it in your pocket. Which the problem was, it was a single piece before, and so it was like one piece that I had to carry. But now I can just put it in my pocket, and then when I want them out, I just go like that. I got glasses. Why do I have white stuff on my face? It's gray hair. The glasses, yeah. I don't know. I could sell magnets or something. That could be merch. But I also have some other ideas like T-shirts and I don't know. If you guys have any merch ideas, let me know. I'll try to design them and build them, and I'll open up a TikTok shop, and then I'll also open a Twitch shop or whatever the fuck, and give you guys some merch. Or maybe if I can find access, like discount codes or like a vendor who can give you guys something, let me know, and I'll have conversations with people and be like, okay, I have a few thousand, well, not watching right now, but across the social platforms, and see if we can get you guys some merch or gear or swag. Back when war driving was a thing, I remember the bulletin boards. I remember Commodore 64, AOL. Yeah, no thanks. Okay. Why do I have white stuff on my face? Yeah, food is one of the only things that can beat attractive. What do you mean? What do you mean food can be one of the things that can beat? What do you mean, like when you're hungry? So like hunger comes before like sex? All right, so cologne recommendation. I'm going to give you the cologne recommendation Kevin Samuels gave. Molecule 01 and Molecule 02, okay? And now I actually researched these, okay? Because I was like, you know what? This guy's giving so much advice to women. And I'm agreeing with a lot of it. So I might as well listen to his advice for men too. And one of his advice was this like fragrance stuff. And Molecule 01 is a pretty expensive fragrance. It's I think over $100, and you got to ship it from the UK or some bullshit like that. So I looked into it. I'm like, what is the composition of this cologne? It turns out it uses this compound called Iasoe Super. It's basically this sort of like pheromone type of thing where it mixes with the oils in your body and creates a unique scent for you because it's mixing with the oils in your body. And you can actually buy this in bulk from a vendor online. I think it's Old Oak. company, something like that. But if you type in ISOE Super in Amazon, there's a supplier there, a beard company that supplies like a big ass bottle of this shit for like $30. Try it out. See if it works for you. If you like the scent, see how people feel about the scent because it's going to be unique to you. But try that, and it's only $30, which I don't know. Let me see if I can find it for you because I like giving useful advice here. ISOE Super. Who Oak City Beard Company is who I bought it from, and they give you a pretty. They're giving you a small bottle now for $26. Damn. Well, it's still way more affordable than. But if you go to their website, you might be able to find it. But that's what I would do. I mean, business ideas, talking about shirts, which is semi-needed compared to food. Oh, wait, talking about shirts, which is semi-needed compared to food. Fire. You're welcome, Kyle. That ISOE Super, yeah. I don't buy shirts every day. I buy food every day, but some food is perishable. Yeah, that's true. How about if I gave you an ingredient? I've been messing around with like chemistry lately, and I've been fucking around with this this chemical called sodium alginate. It's the kind of thing that's used to make popping boba. What if I sold that to you guys? And you can make popping boba, but you can make a bunch of other things. And you can also, for the Twitch guys, because I know you guys like getting freaky, you can mix this with some water. And if you get the ratios right, it turns into this like gel. If you guys know what I mean. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Pursuing the elusive mirage and unaware of the authentic reflection within. I'm not sure what that means. Food has some of them unique recipes that only you know. I use Tom Ford tobacco, vanilla, and Marginella coffee break. Nice. That sounds like a pretty good combo. The tobacco with the vanilla. People get addicted to foods, not shirts. This guy knows. I mean, it's Kevin Samuel's advice. It's just I look deeper into what it was because I always try to find deep value in things. So like what people pay full price for, I'm like, all right, what's the essence of this thing? What is it made of? And then see if I can source that directly. And so that's what I do. To mail stuff shirts is better. Yeah. To mail stuff shirts. I don't know. Like if I sold shirts, it's like it's cool. If it was a cool design, here's the thing. I thought about shirts too. Yes, I will fuck the gel and use it as a. If you want, man, I'm just saying. All you got to do is mix it in a bottle, and you only need a small amount of this sodium alginate, and it'll give you a sizable amount. And just even a few ounces of this stuff is more than enough to last you your entire lifetime, Truck Daddy. So have fun, I guess. But I can put this in like pre-measured capsules, so you can just measure it or put it in like an 8-ounce bottle, fill it up, and just shake it, and boom, you're ready to go and have your fun, boy. Look at Cash Me Outside Girl. She made over $1 million in 6 hours. Yeah, but that was wasn't that digital products? I'm pretty sure that was digital products. But yeah. You're not Hulk Hogan or Tyson, so you're not going to be able to shirts. Yeah, that's the thing. That's and the margins on shirts are pretty small too. So I was thinking, like, what if I can sell you guys useful things that will actually improve your life? So I experiment with software all the time. So I was thinking, like, maybe I can build some software for you guys to help, like, maybe automate dating or automate something in your life, or maybe like fitness. Because usually the problems men have in their life is either fitness, food, mindset, and then usually game too, or at least getting dates and stuff like that. So if I can solve one of those problems, and then that's how this would make money. And then if I could give some of that money back to you guys, that'd be awesome. Because it's sort of like Mr. Beast-ish. I think that'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. I can't say I figured anything out yet. But as far as shirts, unless it's like I was thinking like a football kit or like a jersey, like a soccer jersey or a soccer shirt kind of style, with like if we had logos on there of like some of the projects that we've done that we've successfully monetized, that'd be kind of cool. So I can make sure that you can sell your beard hair, you can rip your shirt off and flex your sexy pics. Would you would solve my problem of being cold? Do you have a yacht? I don't. Yeah. All right, guys. Always get sexual here. If people have to walk 50 blocks to get hot food, they will pay for your food 1 block away. I did think about even just that, like, because I had that DoorDash video where I explained the reason why DoorDashers eat your food. It's because they've been trying to find your door, and then DoorDash tells them they could eat your food and go on to the next order. But I was thinking, like, I did the job once just out of curiosity, and I was like, yo, the rates people are making don't make food delivery worth it for the drivers. And so I was like, what if I could start something that had high enough margins that could guarantee that a driver, if you figured out the logistics part, where instead of going to a restaurant, picking up the food, then going to a customer, dropping off the food, then going to another restaurant, picking up the food, and going to another customer and dropping off the food, what if there was only one thing? Or like, what if the food was already in the driver's car? What if it was a food that was temperature stable, motion stable, shelf stable, that people had a desire for, had large enough margins so that a driver, as orders come in, could just go from customer to customer. And then that would cut the delivery time in half because they're not making a trip to a restaurant. And I was thinking, like, what kind of foods would make sense for this? And then I settled on baked goods. And then I was like, ooh, what could be interesting as, like, if I wanted to turn it into a video idea, but then also is stable, easy to make, that's delicious, and people might want even late at night. I was like, cookies. And something I'm pretty good at is baking, chocolate chip cookies. And so I was like, what if I could start a whole delivery company related around chocolate chip cookies, but really solve the traveling salesman problem of like delivering this thing in a shorter time. And so the pitch would have been like, we can deliver cookies to your door in less time than it takes to bake. And then that's a whole thing. And I thought it would be hilarious because like you would basically prove that you can pay drivers over $30 an hour delivering food people actually like and all that stuff. But I don't know. And the fun part for me is the algorithm, that sort of geolocation matching algorithm for drivers and customers and stuff. That'd been really cool. Get into a boxing match with another TikToker. I actually got Jose showed up on the podcast this week. Jay Lindo Jr. showed up on the podcast this week's episode, and he's talked about it. He's like, we should go box or whatever, and that'd be interesting. Maybe we could do a pay-per-view, get Dana White involved or whatever. Hi, Hesty, Bestie. Hi, Alvin. How's it going? You can make so much money. Oh, you can even choreograph the fight. Oh, so you're not hurt badly. No, if we're gonna fight for real. And then I want to turn it into content too. So I'll go over the training. I'll show you. All right, here's how you can train to box and be somewhat competent in 3 months. And then here's my strategy. I would focus on footwork and cardio, and then get a few jabs, or maybe get my jabs correct, and that's it. I'm not going to be worried about haymakers or getting knockdowns or anything like that. The point is being able to survive in the ring and score points, because that's how you win in as short a time as possible. It's crazy how far advanced technologically and logistics is still a nightmare. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why I'm like, yo, we can still change this. And so I'm like, yo, for certain types of foods, it makes sense where they don't have to be, especially with cookies, particularly because cookies actually taste better. I know you guys are going to make some joke about cookies on Twitch, but whatever. Cookies taste better 24 hours after they've been baked. And this is something people don't know unless you're an avid baker. So that sort of lends itself to this type of operation where you can have all the cookies prepared and the drivers have the cookies in their cars. And then you could do it in units of 4s, 6, 8, and 12 packs. And then that means you only need a 4-pack and a 6-pack, and you can make those combinations. And then you could deliver. And literally as orders come in, so the way I'm thinking of it, Kirko, it would just be an app that processes, you have a website, maybe a Shopify site that processes Stripe transactions and then plugs that the addresses that people input for their payment into maybe a spreadsheet, Airtable, whatever, that then creates then you can use like Google Maps API to like drop those pins or even just send the API link, direction link to a driver. So you can go really, really simple because you actually don't need API credentials to use the basic Google Maps API. So I actually looked into this, but I think that'd be pretty cool. And then if you use motorcycles or mopeds instead of cars, and you just put like, and then that helps the whole depreciation cost of the vehicle not being a factor in the money that a driver loses. And so you can literally get these guys paid a lot of money and also make a lot of money because the profit margins on baked goods is much higher than it is on hot foods. So it's a whole thing. I thought about this a lot, and it's a crazy idea, but the math makes sense. And funny enough, I actually pitched this idea to YC. Obviously, I didn't get a call back, but whatever. The numbers make sense. The numbers make sense. It is what it is. Why'd you put specialists? All right. They will taste better when they come out. Okay. My stepmom bakes cookies with her. Okay. I can't read these guys. I can't read them. Damn. It is what it is. Whatever. Be an undercard for the Zuckerberg Musk fight. Zuck already posted on Threads calling off the fight. He's like, look, Musk is asking for all these things and he hasn't set a date, so I'm going to move on. You guys didn't see that yet? I just saw it on Threads. Real fights aren't worth it. Trust me, real wrestling matches are. Wrestling is a cool sport, I think. At least you don't have to worry about the impact on the cranium. And it's still strength-based, but also strategy and tactics. But real fights are not fun when you have a permanent injury, yeah, for sure. Virgil, is that you? Thank you for that one. I've heard that one before, but or get the tiny smart cars. Yeah, that would be perfect. Or like the people on motorcycles could wear like funny helmets or costumes. Like imagine they were furries. They were wearing a furry costume and they delivered cookies. That could be the marketing thing. And then maybe in the form you could request what you want your delivery driver to do. Like you can pick between salute, you can, or like get down on one knee and present it to you like you're the Queen of England or something. And so it would just be, the marketing could be like some weird ass shit. And then obviously if you figure out the algorithm, and maybe you calibrate it so that every now and then an order can be delivered in less than 5 minutes. Imagine the word of mouth people will experience, people will do, or they'll tell on social media, like, yo, I just ordered these cookies literally like 5 minutes ago and they showed up at my door. It's like the viral element of that would be crazy. And then on top of that, they were in a furry costume or some shit, or he was dressed up as a Power Ranger for some reason. And it's just like, yeah, that's what we do here. We deliver cookies in style. And then you could be like, you could do the whole marketing thing against, like, it could be the rebellious version of Crumble. So Crumble's like the women, nice, pink, safe. And then the messaging for this cookie company would be like, you know, fellas, when you're at home and you just want to Netflix and chill, but she's bugging you about some Crumble, just order from us. We got you covered. You don't got to leave home. Just do it that way. I don't know. I just think it would be funny how much fun we could have from this. Hey, everybody's Virgil. Like the ones where you have to open the windshield to get in. Yeah. I figured Elon usually just says stuff without planning anything. Yeah, I agree. There's a HVAC company that does their work in furry suits. Nice. Yeah, I know I've been ignoring you guys on Twitch, but I can't say a lot of the things you guys are saying. Oh, here we go. Let me fight you, UFC. You mean the video game or like in real life? Here we go. Can you train me on lasting longer? Yeah, just use the lube I'm about to sell and you'll last longer. Okay. Yeah, a lot of edgy stuff here. But yeah, ideas. I come up with weird ideas all the time, and people are like, "Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid." I know it sounds stupid, but the math works out. The math works out. What am I supposed to do? Just ignore it? Just like, how could this not? Obviously, there's some optimistic projections I'm making about this idea. Obviously, here's the thing. I actually pursued this a bit. I tried to set up. Turns out you can actually bake cookies from home and sell it to people if you register as a cottage industry vendor. And certain states have rules about it, and you just apply for licensing. You might have to go through some food safety course, which I've done. And then I figured the easiest way to test this out would be to get on a platform like Grubhub or DoorDash. And then they have all these rules about like you have to have a commercial address and all this bullshit. I was just like, what the fuck? You can't, all these rules just to even start selling cookies to people. It's crazy. And people wonder why like business is so hard. Because all the bullshit you got to go through just to even start selling some shit. It's crazy. So I have to eat cereal with water? I mean, you could try. I still drink milk. Okay. I can't read any of these, man. Oh, yeah. But as far as merch, if you guys have any ideas to make money off of this, feel free to share. And I'll even give you guys a cut of this. Like, I don't need the money. You're definitely right, but there are people out there that don't go by the rules of society. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's a lot of gray area business for sure. I see that all the time. Like the first business I tried to start was a telecommunications company. And I posted a video today about it, about how you could get home internet through your cell provider. And that's essentially what I was trying to sell to rural areas. But that required cooperation from these cell companies like T-Mobile, AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon. Those are the big four. And then all the other ones are just smaller companies that use their services. And so got rejections. Got a bunch of rejections. Now, could I have just purchased a bunch of tablet lines and issued them to people? Totally. But I wanted to set it up properly and not get us fucked in any legal situation if we decided to just resell, which people do, by the way. People do that. Have you heard about the Anthony Farrar situation? No. Let me look that up real quick. Anthony Farrar. Imminent implosion of timepiece gentleman. Oh, that's the watch guy, huh? I've been seeing those videos on TikTok. He's like, what did he do? He took customer funds and used it to fund his lifestyle, but he didn't have enough liquid to pay out the people he owed. That's crazy. But then now he's publicly talking about his redemption story, which, I mean, you kind of got to respect the hustle, right? He's gonna flip this negative situation into a positive. He basically did the same thing Bernie Madoff did, but with watches, though, huh? But then I don't understand the whole like watch industry, because all it is just clockwork. That's what I don't know. I know people are like, oh, this Rolex is worth blah blah blah, this blah blah blah, whatever. But like, they're just watches. Like, doesn't matter. Sorry about your condition, brother. Sending out prayers to you. I'm not sure what you mean. Is that a joke, or are you? I don't know what that means. I'm not diagnosed with anything, and I can't tell if you're serious or not. So I'm going to presume you're serious, and then if you're joking, that's fine too. For guys, it's about other things like talent that can't be found in books. What do you mean? How many was this in here? Oh, yeah. Talent that, yeah. He went off the grid like 2 days ago, and he's on the run now? Whoa. Oh, that's crazy. That's funny. You know, it'd be hilarious though if like some rich benefactor came out of nowhere and it's like, "I'll pay your debts," and just like, but as long as, and then let him continue his life. That'd be funny, and that would be kind of cool if I had the means to just like wipe someone's mistakes away. Not necessarily it would be Anthony Farr, but like, or if someone found themselves in a tough situation and with no one, or like if you're fighting a legal battle or you're falsely accused of something and everyone believes it to be one thing, but it turns out there's more to the story, but the press has already decided to railroad you. It'd be cool to come in on the other side and just be like, I just want to see how it's going to turn out if I fund the other side. And people are like, no, but he's guilty. Like, I don't care. I just want to, I want to show, you know, like Tokyo Drift, where Han gave his car to what's his name, to race against Drift King. It's like, I want to see what he got. I just want to see it. I just want to be entertained. Like, yes, just want to be entertained. Um, or it'd be funny if I had just money to blow, I would just fund like the man's like I'm there's probably hundreds of men who get divorced every day, and they're probably getting fucked by the system, right? So I think it'd be funny if like if I had just money to blow, I'd be like, let me fund your side of this court case, just because I think it'd be funny. Let's fuck with the system a little bit because of how rigged it is. Just like, why not? Um, when you're diagnosed with milk dud syndrome, oh, okay, it's a joke. All right. It can't be found in libraries or the internet or in universities. Yeah. I hear milk dud syndrome is hard to go through. Sorry, brother. People in general tend to railroad each other, especially in workplaces. Yeah. Yeah. Get married in a Muslim country, they're easier on guys, but really don't get married at all. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Well, I mean, you can do your own thing. That's the thing. Like, you don't have to follow like what you're saying about it's about other things, or you definitely people out there that don't go by the rules of society. Yes, you don't have to go by the rules of society. You can make your own rules about this, and you can set your own terms. How do Asian women drive? Um, I hear they're pretty good. They know how to drive stick. Some of them do. Why does my dog? Okay, and how I eat cereal by take. I'm definitely neglecting you guys on Twitch, but I can't say those things on TikTok. And last week I gave you guys all the attention. So here's the thing: I might have to give you guys a separate day, and then we can go as ham as you guys want. And then and then maybe if we could raid other people's chats, that would be hilarious too. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I can't do both at the same time. Marry a rich big girl wife. Big girl wife? Big girl. I don't know. Like when I guess when men who aren't married or have any kids talk about this stuff, they always talk about the money part. But I think it's the kids. Losing your kids is the hard part. That's the real tough part. More chances of a heart attack for her? Oh, that's ruthless, bro. That's funny. Um, you should just end TikTok. Yes, yes. Twitch better, TikTok being mean to you. They're not mean. Like we get to talk about so many different things here on TikTok. Here, I know you guys are gonna get super sexual all the time. And then every now and then when a thread comes out where we just get to tell the realities of men and women, you guys really fuck with the shit. But I mean, I'm sure you guys have other interests too, but I also understand your troll nature. So do you, buddies. Do you. It's like a huge domino effect. It's hard for people with Down syndrome kids or kids who are severely handicapped. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think of this idea? Okay. So I've been thinking, like the legal system's gonna fuck you if your marriage doesn't work out. Okay. You're probably gonna lose half your shit, or at least in a lot of cases, if you don't have a prenup, whatever. And then you're probably gonna, at best, you're going to get 50-50 custody, but generally, don't even take my advice. Go to the lead attorney on YouTube. He's a 20-year divorce attorney, and he talks about all the shit that he's seen, gone through, and he has some really interesting perspectives on marriage and divorces and all that, which I think counter a lot of what you guys believe, which I think are useful, which I think is very useful for you guys. It's been useful for me. But where he's talking about like how it is and how the system is really there to maintain what's existing. So if the kids are used to having a household of a certain level, and you were the person who earned all that money, you went to work, and your wife, your spouse stayed at home, then they're going to try to maintain that as best as possible. Now, if the reverse was true, where you stayed at home and she went to work, then they would try to maintain that, but that's just never typically the case. And so what they're doing is just trying to maintain the status quo, which is why the men lose custody usually, or only get visitation rights or whatever. And so I was thinking, like, guys know, you can warn guys about like how fucked up the whole marriage system is and everything, and the law, whatever. But they're going to do it anyways. So why not get some insurance in case it does happen? And so I figured divorce insurance could be a product that you can sell to guys. Like it's just on a monthly thing. You pay maybe, I don't know, what's a good price? 20, $50. Maybe on the range of like life insurance, you'd have to figure out the probability tables, how often divorces happen. Basically, you'd have to do the math on this to figure out if it could be profitable. But in the event you do get divorced, in the event she files divorce, so that would be the rule. She would have to file divorce. In the event she does it and you didn't break the marriage in some way, like infidelity or whatever like that, then we will cover your legal defense. And so you have peace of mind. Even if you're the one, even though the money for her lawyer might be coming out of your pocket, you're not going to be charged twice for her lawyer and your lawyer. And so it would be a product called divorce insurance. And then we would have expert divorce attorneys in each state ready to fight on your behalf who have tons of experience in that jurisdiction. And I think that'd be an interesting product. I don't know. What do you guys think? Divorce insurance. Should I look into that? And just like, yes, fuck the system. It's there to screw you over. So how about we screw it back? I'm interested in learning about ways of how do I like tickle? Okay. I'm interested in learning where the thing is. Okay. It's lower than obviously you know where it is, but it's lower than where you expect. It's hard for people. I like financial benefits it can bring, but it can also be catastrophic. Yeah, it can be. It's one of those like could wipe you out types decisions, which I understand where the fear comes from. So like, what if you can insure against it? Like in the event that happens, you will have a stellar legal team because you've been paying insurance for it. And so the way insurance works is like everyone who's paying into the system is funding the few times that it needs to be paid out for those car accidents or life insurance or whatever. And so in this case, it would be the few times a year divorces happen. So all the people who are married, who are still paying into the system, are funding that sort of legal defense. I think that could level the playing field. And then imagine the courtrooms where like, what the fuck? How did you afford these like high class, super expert with ChatGPT lawyer systems? We built a company specializing in this shit, and we decided to fuck the system back. That's it. We play the game by our rules, guys. That's what I'm thinking. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments if you have any ideas about this divorce insurance idea. I don't know if it could work, but I think it'd be interesting. Here's the cool thing about this idea too, because it's a real pain point. So if you're ever thinking about starting a startup, the whole point is finding product market fit, right? Like a pain point that is like pants on fire, head on fire. You need this shit out right away. Big ass problem that people will throw money at to solve. And one of the biggest motivators for people is fear. And in this case, the fear of zeroing your finances out. So what if you could protect against that? What would you pay? What if it was as low as $20 a month? You can ensure that in the event that she files for divorce, you can afford the divorce attorneys who can fight on your behalf. Can you use your girlfriend to show me where the client is? Unfortunately, no, I cannot. Why are you obsessed? All right. Have you ever used Google Bard, Passion or Fear? I have used Google Bard. It's okay. I've used it a few times, but I haven't been using ChatGPT that much, honestly. Women judges be hating on attractive women. Is that true? Interesting. Passion or fear as like selling points? Yeah, I don't know. Because especially the timing of this is right too. Because like there's a lot of this male angst against the system that's trying to screw you over. So timing is a big part of it too. I don't know how this would work. And then you'd have to establish relationships with lawyers and understand. And then I think it would be nice if the lawyers have a chip on their shoulder about all this. So if they've been fucked over in a divorce at some point, but now they serve in law, then it's just like, ooh, you got a fighter, you got a warrior on your side. Because it's almost like it's their fight too. Can you teach me how to not be depressed? I would say try changing your environment. It's not what I, yeah, sometimes changing your environment is all it takes because it might just be the people you're around or where you are right now. If you can at least change it for a bit, see how your mood changes. And okay, can you teach me how to? Okay, you want me to teach you how to do a lot of things? I don't like my friends. Yeah, you don't have to be friends with them. Makes me depressed. Come on, stop hating on each other. Have you ever used passion law as insider baseball? Yeah, it is. It kind of is. So that's like a wrinkle in this whole idea, divorce insurance. It's like there would have to be insiders too, but I don't know. It sort of reminds me of like that Gawker scenario, where Peter Thiel funded Hulk Hogan against the lawsuit against Gawker for publishing his sex tape, and that basically bankrupted Gawker when they lost the case, the civil suit. Lex Luthor in this bitch. Hell yeah, man. Yes. Everything burns, man. Everything burns. Let's do it. I know you fucking with this energy, DB. I know you are. You seem like you on that type of wavelength too. There's even insurance for insurance. Deepers. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I want it to actually be a thing. And then it's like, because I saw this video on TikTok where this guy was getting kicked out of his house. You guys have probably seen it if you guys see videos like that. And this guy did a stitch of it, was explaining like, oh, women's rights, and they got fairness because they demanded it and they protested and they got it, so men can do that too. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? When can men ask for something and get it? Like, what the fuck? We don't got titties? Like, it just never made sense to me. So I'm like, fuck that. No, you just don't play by their rules anymore. That's what you have to do. That's what you're going to get. Like, whenever men ever got anything, it's because they conquered that shit. And I'm not saying you got to use violence, but you don't got to play by the rules. You gotta make your own rules and rewrite them and fuck with the system a little bit. And everyone's gonna hate you, but it doesn't matter because you're warriors. You just do what you want. You're mercenaries. That's what it is. And you take no prisoners. No mercy. Is what I'm thinking. Happened to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle. What happened to him? Kurt Angle. Oh. I have a veiny because I only eat. I don't understand. Like, what are you guys getting out of just leaving comments like that? Because I'm not responding to them. So it's just like, no, don't like those. Okay. Wait, do you want to eat do you want to gang? Can I eat do you like to, oh my God, all of them. Yes, we can be friends. That's the tamest thing you guys wrote. That's the tamest thing. Come on, guys. Come on. Black pro wrestler girlfriend in TNA. Wait, well, let's see what happened to Kurt Angle. Gold medalist, big games. Why did he stop wrestling? Wait, what happened to him? Should I put drama? What happened with Kurt Angle and Karen Angle? In an interview 2009, Howard Stern showed Kurt Angle admitted that he had been cheating on Karen during the separation. What? But they were separated. And that Karen was also dating another wrestler at the time as a means of getting back at him. Ew. That's messy. What the hell? Ew. Can I come on the podcast and we can do oiled up wrestling? No. It's an audio only remote podcast. So I guess you would just be covered in oil. But then now kind of fuck up the audio if all we hear is just like, that'd be weird. We can all be friends if we make a train, obviously, yes. Will we have pandemic before the election 2024? No. I think people are over the whole pandemic thing. People are way over that. Like, that pandemic thing, like, no, they're going to come up with something else, I bet you. There's going to be something else. You got to cover up the Hunter Biden story. Honestly, I'm surprised you guys haven't mentioned it. I feel like he would fit so well in the Twitch community because of all the shit. He has the crack pipes. He has the sex workers there, which kind of fits with the Twitch theme, by the way. You guys know. And so I think that would be interesting. Imagine Hunter Biden streaming on Twitch. Because now Fusi is back. If you guys have been seeing his clips all over the place, I bet you he's doing the whole Andrew Tate method of like putting your clips all over the place, but he's hiring people to do it. Because I don't imagine he has a fan base who's clipping it up for him. But yeah. Are you a pimp? Some might say I am. Others say I'm not. It's all interpretation. Can all three of us come on a podcast and okay. Can we okay. These guys. I mean, like the new one. There's a new one? Chrome Dome. I don't know if they can get away with another one. I don't know if people are that gullible to go with another one. I don't know if there's like I guess they could try, but I think people are so fed up with the whole pandemic thing that I don't think they can get away with another, hey, here's another thing. So they're going to come with something else. And the Russia thing is played out already. And you kind of don't want to give it attention because it looks like they might be winning that. And so I don't know what they'll come up with, but I bet you it's going to be some wild shit. But I don't know. I don't have a strong enough imagination to think of what could possibly be the drama. Did you see what happened when Egypt's leader was taken over? Something's happening in Africa right now. What happened? Take over. Not sure what happened, man. No clue. I can be your coffee table. Are you? Because you never really know till you. Yeah, okay. I don't have any advice for you, Harry Balls. Perhaps the best could be Pink Taco Lover. He seems like he would know the answer to your question. Did you see what happened when Egypt's leader was taken over years ago with Egypt? No. What happened? Is there like remnants of that? Wow. Can you? Okay, best. All right, guys. Like I can't. Yeah, definitely. You guys do not mix at all. The Twitch, you guys don't mix at all with TikTok at all. I'm sorry, Dad. Okay. And it's weird. You guys are probably on your computers. That was crazy. Look it up on YouTube. Happened a few years ago. Is it anything like Libya? But Egypt take over. Oh man, the people took over. It was a coup. You think that could happen here? A coup? Well, I mean, essentially, that's what's happened. It's just a soft coup, right? How do I shave my beard? You pull at it really hard, and hope it doesn't hurt too bad. Or you could do like one of those like waxing things. I don't know. People don't wax faces, right? But certain groups, it's already happening. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. But I wonder what the replay is going to look like if people watch this on YouTube or something and they see a guy with glasses. Not that I'm trying to go for like some Andrew Tate influencer look or whatever. It's just the light's really bright, and is what it is. But there are groups that are tough, but I have to be politically correct. Y'all buying this alien-ish? No, it's distraction, man. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. They're trying to just. Anytime you see some weird ass shit in the news, there's probably something else going on that it's a head fake. It's like magicians when they tell you to look here. Look at my hand. Did anything move? They're doing something with their other hand. That's what's going on, DB. Every fucking time. As it like, I can't believe they're actually. It's wow. As a clue, I just have to say Revenge of the Nerds. UFO equals Skunkworks Project. Yeah, that's a reasonable take, honestly. I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds, but you think aliens are real though? I don't know. I mean, I've heard the statistical explanation of there has to be, but just based on the number of planets that are out there, there has to be. But I don't know. I can't say one way or the other. And honestly, like those are cool things to speculate about. But I mean, if you can't prove it one way or the other, it's even worth thinking about. Until aliens show up, I don't know. You look like you own a strip club. I'm gonna put that comment up. Thank you. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. That'd be kind of cool. Owning a strip club. My toothbrush broke. Can you help? Sure, you okay. But you think aliens are real though? I don't have an opinion one way or the other. If people say it's real, I can hear the arguments. If people say whatever, they're not humanoid, it's very unlikely that there's a Goldilocks planet out there similar to Earth. I don't know. If you're religious, can you believe in aliens? Because then is that consistent with theology? Oh, that's a must-see movie. When I look at you, I think of Black Kojak. Okay. Do you think everything's questions about dicks, huh? That's crazy. On Twitch. There's, yeah. How do alien have sex? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't understand. Like, I hope you're enjoying this, man. I don't even know how to respond to a lot of these things, and I can already feel myself crashing right now. The government definitely used it as a convenient excuse to cover up Lockheed and North American projects. It's what I would do. Yeah. Anytime the government's telling you some shit and they're not confirming nor denying, it's just a manipulation operation. That's all it is. It's just like, that's all they're doing. It's like, all right. They can't tell you definitively. We can't confirm nor deny. It's like, all right. But then if they had proof, I don't know. Like, what's up from Dallas? Hey, I'm in Austin. How's it going, man? Roderick. How you doing? You should be ashamed of yourself for never seeing that movie, Revenge of the Nerds. You're not well cultured if you've never seen that. I'm not a well cultured dude, but maybe I'll watch that tonight. Maybe just by answering that question, like that answers the question. It's hot, dude. Like I moved to Austin this year. It doesn't cool down ever. It just stays hot, even at night. You think it would cool down at night? No, it just stays hot and humid the whole time. I just been staying indoors, which sucks. Yeah, I thought Texas could be a possible place to settle down, and definitely have eliminated it as an option because of this summer. It's tough. Has it always been like this, Roderick, or is this just because people warn me about Texas, but I was like, at least there will be some reprieve at night, right? Because I've lived in hot places before, but at least at night it cools down. But here it's not cooling down; it just stays humid and hot the whole time. And I like walking a lot too, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait till it gets dark, and then it's dark, still hot as shit. Just like, what the fuck? I would say it's mandatory. What's your favorite movie player? I don't know. I'd have to think about that question. Like, I do prefer older movies now, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that question. What's my favorite movie? Revenge of the Nerds is an interesting one though. Lived here all my life, and this heat is ridiculous. Texas at one time used to be their own country. That's the energy I like, though. That's the thing. That's why I kind of like this place, the freedom here. Texas is just hot as fuck all the time. I mean, it gets hot in the summer, but never been like this in a while. Yeah, it's not cooling down. It's like it's over. It's like in 105, 110 during the day, and then at night it's still like 80 something, 80 high 80s, 90 something like that, and then humid too. It's like No breaks, huh? The only thing I like about Texas is no state taxes. Yeah. Shoot some if you can get one. Yeah. That's the thing I like about Texas too. The freedom here. Like people live free and you can tell. Uh, can I get, okay, can I be the first man to, I'm glad you guys are at least entertaining yourselves because I know I'm not giving you guys the attention, but, but you're living the dream if you have oil on your property collecting royalty checks. Yeah. Electric bill's been crazy. Yeah, running that AC, huh? Me too here. Me too. But maybe what you could do, have you guys thought about this I don't know how much it would cost and you would have to live in the right area, but you could put up a cell tower and then cell companies could buy the rights to run their service through your cell tower. And they would put up the cell tower. They would just buy the lease to put it on your property. And you can make a cool, I think like I've heard of up to $1,000 a month just like because there's a cell tower on your land and the cell providers could use that extra service area because it's underserved. And so you could just be sitting on that. That could be an interesting way to like pay for a rental property or pay for a property. It's just like put up a cell tower or find a place where service is spotty, but there are customers there. And in the grand scheme of things, these cell companies don't really care about $1,000 a month or something. So that could pay for your real estate. I don't know. But you're living the dream. At least it's not Arizona yet, but at least I figure Arizona is more like a desert climate. So at least it gets cold in the winter. I heard about these devices that make your electricity cheaper. I don't know if it's a scam or not. Probably. I mean, like, unless it's like solar panels or something. I've heard of people doing that. Meat reveal. What are you talking about, Connor? You don't belong on TikTok. You belong on Twitch. Like I bring the dog in. Yeah, should I clean? Should I spread? You just get the belt and beat that. I live by the saying that you never ask a woman a question because then she has options. That's funny. What's Twitch? Another streaming platform where I'm also streaming there. And there's a bunch of sexually charged guys who constantly talk about stuff like that over there. That's Twitch. That's Twitch. Did you assume my gender? Yes, I did. I did. Just join us, Connor. Yeah, they're actually it's Concord. But yeah, they're asking you to join them. So you should go on Twitch and join them. I'm streaming there too. They're saying they will gargle your balls. That's the energy that they got going over there. It's like I think they got a 3-way going on. And they're urging me to join them too, but I'm focused on you guys here. Name some great apps for chatting. Never use Discord. I use Discord for the podcast audio when we record audio only. We use Discord and we record through that. Actually, let me not put that in the shot. I've been plotting where to move after college, but in reality, it's wherever my future job takes me. Yeah, I mean, if you have a desire for a certain type of city or a certain type of employer, you can plan that out. If you want some recommendations, I lived a few places. I've been in upstate New York. I've lived in California, northern and southern for a bit. Texas, obviously now. Gotten a chance. Chicago's nice in the summer for sure. Chicago is nice in the summer, but in the winter, I hear it's pretty terrible. We're in upstate Albany area, like the Tri-City area, like Albany, Schenectady, Troy area. So that's about 2.5 hours north of New York City. It's pretty rural. It's not rural. It's like a small city kind of thing. Not as big as like any of these Texas cities, but so far I like Florida versus Nevada. Okay. Taylor moments, would you down to do a gang? No, never. I don't share. I don't share. We can have a foursome. 5, 6, 7, 69, 420. These guys. So far, like, have to look up your situation. Yeah. I think you just got to try things too. If you don't have a car, what kind of weather you like if you're rich versus being poor? I like, if I'm going to live somewhere, I like it at least having places that are walkable. Not even places, just a place I can walk. Because I like walking. I listen to podcasts all the time. But I did spend some time, significant amount of time in Chicago. It's nice for walking, man. In the summer, it's very nice. With a H call. What's a H call? Am I reading that right? Oh, high cost of living. Really? I mean, a lot of places like, all right, so what are you studying again? If it's software, consider working for a place that's remote only, and then you can live wherever you want. It's not going to be the salaries you're going to get in the Bay Area or anything, but I recently listened to a podcast of the Logan Bartlett show, which was formerly the Cartoon Avatars, but basically he's a VC guy who interviews other people in tech. And his latest episode is with the CEO and co-founder of Zapier. And they are a remote company. And they started off that way, and they are entirely that now. Some neighborhoods are safe, but there are huge language barriers. Yeah. Some areas are cheap, but highly likely you'll get beat up. No, venture capitalists. Yeah, I know. I feel some type of way about them too, but I mean, whatever. And the cool thing about working for a remote only company is you can live wherever you want. And yeah, you have to like show up I think they do have in-person things like once a year or twice a year or something like that. But outside of that means the world is I think you might have to be in the same time zone. But that's still pretty broad in terms of places you can live. And you can just try things out, meet people, try different places, different climates, see where you like, what you don't like, and then even explore the world if you wanted to like spend a month in, because like we have 3 time zones in the US. So you can probably do anywhere in Canada, anywhere south of America too. So think like South America and stuff. You want to spend a month in Colombia. I think you're in the central time zone, so you might be good. So did you hear about the people in Chicago to have state jobs? Got in trouble with PPP loans. No, I haven't. Chicago is a corrupt ass city, and don't get me wrong. Like as a city, it's always the best weather and social and community wise cities that also have the worst corruption. Like SF, I mean, they have bigger problems, but like Chicago is probably the most corrupt city in America. I mean, and I don't know why people don't even question, like Obama came out of that system, but he can't be corrupt too. I don't know. My antenna goes up when things like that exist. It's like, all right, this guy somehow succeeded in a corrupt ass city. You telling me this guy ain't corrupt too? Yeah, whatever. But okay. Oh, and then his chief of staff becomes the mayor of Chicago. Interesting. Rahm Emanuel. But whatever, we don't have to get into that. You have a big enough belly button to be okay. No. They can have Afghanistan. Obama is unique. He has built-in fans. I can see that. Yeah. It's like he has the image, he has the suave. And people always say he's a good speaker. I'm like, no, he can read off of a teleprompter really well, and he has really good speech writers. But anytime he has to ad lib and go off script or do an interview, the guy stutters so much, man. And it's just like, it's not that impressive as a speaker. Trump might actually be better, weirdly enough. But have you ever thought of selling your? Nope, never. I think it's bedtime now. I think so too. It's 2 hours. That's crazy. Memphis would be an incredible spot if they fixed their crime problem. Yeah. Some of his stuttering is done on design. Okay, but like, if you compare his interviews where he's not prepared, it's just a conversation, and then compare it to his speeches, like, they're night and day, man. Night and day. It appears to make you look softer. I can see that. I can see that being a sort of manipulation play. Okay, good night, sexy daddy. I'm going to give my cat a. Okay, it's time to tug my to you and go to bed. Okay. I don't even know if you guys are real. That's crazy that you guys just kept going for 2 hours and 40 minutes of all these comments. That's crazy. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And got your release, I guess. It just seems like a male Lori Lightfoot to me. Interesting. Also, one other thing in which questions always have traps and layers. Go to bed, says can it be? Are you Ethiopian? Why are you telling an Eritrean to go to bed? Don't you know your place? See you next week. Yep. No, I'm not real. Says Pink Taco Lover. Okay. Yeah, I know. What's the difference between Eritreans and Ethiopians? Eritreans have better injera. Better. You have better everything. Better clothes, better money, better cars. Our Toyota Corollas are better than yours. Yeah, we driving that whip hard. Sorry, typo. There was many catch-22s in politics. There are so many layers and questions asked. The way you have to feel questions these days is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm Ethiopian. They say, "Are you?" I'm Eritrean. No, they don't. Ah, man. So you haven't had injera made from a proper mogogo with perfectly fermented teff. You haven't had it. It's okay. It's okay. Why are Ethiopians so uniquely beautiful? Don't gas her up, bro. What are you doing? No, do not gas her up. She is, based on her picture. Let me see. She is, I'd say, mid-tier. Ethiopians look more exotic for some reason because Ethiopians and Eritreans are a mix between Arab and African. That's why they have a unique look. They are a mix. And obviously Habesha women, they gas themselves up a little too much. And I recognize the energy and I have to check it sometimes because like they think they're hot shit. But when you grew up with them, all you see are cousins. That's what it is. That's all you see. So I ain't flinching here. And non-Amean, you should not. Nah. Let me tell you, her fingers probably smell like Barbara right now. You don't want that near you. You don't want that near you, bro. You don't want it. You don't know me. You guys, I'm not nice. You see the shades here? I'm Zerka. I'm Habesha Zerka. Hell yeah, let's go. Tunisians, Algerians, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan look unique. It's all the mixes. I think all of them are mixes of a bunch of things. I think people have a natural bias towards blends. You know, people don't like pure breeds. It's weird. As pets, people love pure breeds, but as people love the mixed. Shart, no, thank you. Calypso, I might have to shoot my shot. To whom? Okay, well, I love Eritrea. Okay, good luck, Kirko. Yeah, my boy here, Kirko. Uh, the guy's going places, and but he is curious how good your tempe is. He's curious because the guy he likes authentic back home food. So, how good is your cooking, Kebina? Where are the light skinned blacks or the it's mostly can you even say that here? I'm surprised the algorithm didn't just like, but that's funny. Shoot your shot. Whoa, the sunny's at night. Yeah, the sun's bright. It's bright, but it can do cool things like that. So it's cool. Never mind. I'm too young. No, but she's young enough in Ethiopian years, so you still got a chance, bro. Because what is she? She might be 27, but in her head, she's 22. That's the Ethiopian calendar, guys. She knows it. She knows it. Come on, bro. You in this, bro. You in this. You can get this bag. You can get this bag. They're not that impressive, guys. I know. I know. If you're not used to the Habesha look, the Habesha women look, they are a little like they're. It can be a little too much for guys who aren't used to it. But if you grew up with them, all you see are cousins, and so that's all I see. I'm just like, you know, like, it's okay. But Kirko, you got this. No, in fact, let's see. Let's see. Um, let's see if I can play matchmaker here. Asia pays worldwide taxes too, but not enforced. Stop, she says. Hi, friend. Hello, Geo Music. Nice to see you here again. Yo, for real, let's go. Yeah, let's go. How do you love your mood? Yeah, Texas government. Uh, the best kind of Texas government is one that's non-existent. Who hurt you, my guy? Nobody hurt me. But there was this one time, my cousin, we went to Chuck E. Cheese. I somehow my shooting was on point on the basketball machine. I somehow broke it and it dumped all the tickets out, right? And so I bring this bag of tickets to the Chuck E. Cheese, where you're about to collect the rewards. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to get that disco ball, right? But here's the problem. My mom was there and my cousin, who honestly probably looks a lot like you, was there too, visiting us. And my mom said I had to split the tickets with her. Can't believe that shit. I couldn't get the disco ball. I got some stupid ass Chuck E. Cheese bank. Stupid. And so, yeah, I'll always have a chip on my shoulder off that shit, bro. Off that shit. Moms always make us have to break bread, bro. Yeah, that's fucked up, bro. I worked for those tickets, man. But here I am splitting half of it with a girl who didn't even remember that incident. Can you believe it? Like, as adults, I explained this situation. She's like, I don't remember that at all. Can you believe that? That shit is ingrained in my head. RIP, indeed. You're good on camera? Got a lot of practice, man. Got a lot of practice. But yo, all right, so we got to figure out if you're a good match for my boy Kirko over here. Kebine, if I'm saying that name right. What are you bringing to the table? Okay, my guy here can code like a motherfucker, okay? He's going to work for one of these big tech companies. Eventually, he's going to start a startup. This guy's already learning Bash just for fun, all right? This guy's got it going on. What does he bring to the table? I'm explaining right now. The guy can code. He can automate your life and make everything super easy for you. Everybody knows this. And he's a regular here. So he shows up almost every week here. So he has good taste. You're new here. Nobody here knows you. So let's figure out. What do we want? What do we want to see, guys? What do we want to? What does a woman need to bring to the table to make her quality? Huh? Come on. No. Every girl has that every girl has that. I'm definitely not a good match. She probably doesn't like computer nerds. Don't say that. No, bro. No. Bullshit. No. What? Revenge of the Nerds, right? Revenge of the Nerds. No, it's about the swag, bro. Like somehow with the glasses, with my energy, the way I speak, somehow I've been able to bag. Like it ain't. They like nerds too. What is Kirko looking for? Obviously, he needs a woman who can cook authentic Habesha food. He needs someone who, obviously, a baddie. Obviously, that's a given. And then if she's a nice person, that's great too. And then maybe doesn't talk so much. That would be like the perfect package, I think. Definitely have more swag than the average computer geek. Yeah. Don't let the reputation hold you back. Have a flight within between talented and untalented women. If you're into clothes, that's a big plus for me. Nice. Let's see. Yeah. I'm literally a fashion photographer. Please. So you're behind the camera. You're behind the camera. Try again. I can cook authentic Louisiana food and I'm a baddie, but I talk back though. I know, but that's kind of talking back is just bratty behavior. Brats are fun. If you guys have ever had fun, if you've ever been with a brat before, can be pretty fun. You just have to know that they're just being bratty and not take them seriously. And then that's when you handle this shit in the bedroom. But it's all good. But I tend to like athletic looking, skinny or model-esque women. Yeah, I'm with you on that too. That's the kind of oh, for real. Nah, stop doing that. Dude, come on, man. I'm trying to help you with this shit. You're fucking it up. I'm behind and in front. Chill. No, you can't be using the timer for that camera. What are you doing? Like angles like this, like all that. All right, so you're gonna have to send a portfolio to Kirko before he decides to let you take him out on a date, because that's how it works over here. We flip the script, right, fellas? We play the rules. We make our own rules, right? You ain't have to do that. Dude, this is how you play the game. This is Riz, bro. Yeah, we make our own rules. Nah, Kirko got to uh, send me the what? Why would he? No, I've seen the guy's work. It's impeccable. Okay, we got to see your photographs. I swear to God, if I find one fucking blurry picture, man, it's a L for you. Also, they have to be cool with me doing my own thing. Okay, that's a reasonable request. He needs made. So click on my website. Should we check our website, guys? You don't have your website on here. Whatever. But can he build a house or change a tire? Better yet, is he emotionally intelligent? He can build software. He could probably change a tire. Emotionally intelligent, that's your job. That's your job. I'm like, what? No. What the fuck? Do you want a woman? Like, what? This is why sometimes when you ask women what they want, they always answer like with these weird qualifications that describe women. It's like, if you want to date a woman, date a woman. But if you want someone emotionally intelligent, that's what you can date. Not like other women, but you use the dot world TLD, or that's weird. And alrighty, I know this is gonna bother Kirka because it does. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We got some blurry pictures here. The first one, it's cool. Is that in front of a vault? I wonder if I could show you guys. How would I show you guys? Because we could all. Why does this girl have her hands in this dude's pants? And are you the picture in the black and white doing that like pose? Is that you? I think that might be you. Um, I actually did build a few houses for Habitat for Humanity. So did I. So did I. That's cool. Maybe you're just a younger version of me, man. No, you're doing software. Never mind. Wait, which one are you? Let's see. Very artistic, and the style is out there, bro. So I don't know if you're into that kind of stuff, but interesting. Kirko built a doghouse once, and I'm a car guy, so yes, I can change a tire. See, yeah, I think no, you actually, yeah, I am actually on your website. You guys, do you guys want to see it? You want to see what our website looks like? Let's see. Can I flip the camera? I don't know. Your call, Kevin. I don't want to blast you out here, but if you don't mind, I'll take that. Is he protective? I love that website. Geez. Yes, flip it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. I've never been. I don't know if I've ever flipped this before. More. Oh, flip camera. Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Let's bring it down. Here we got pictures. Obviously, I got tabs on tabs on tabs because I research a lot. So let's go to the top. So we got some pictures. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Does she deserve our guy Kirko over here? Just based on the style? I don't know. This picture's a little sus, but whatever. Which one are you though? Is this you? Interesting. Definitely have a vibe. Yes, we're on our website right now. What do you guys think? What are we rating the pictures here? And okay, that's the bottom. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna put your full name there. Let's stop that. Let's go back and let me catch up with the comments here. What do you guys think? Does she deserve a date with my boy Kirko over here? Yes or no? Hey, let me catch up with the comments. God. Love the website. Yes, flip it. I like the UI. It's simple and appealing to the eye. You know what? Let me use Zappalizer on this. I wonder what kind of website it is. Because if it's WordPress. Squarespace. This is a Squarespace site. Come on, Kirko. Come on. We gotta judge that a little bit, man. If it was like a Next.js site, I would have been super impressed. Pretty. Not gonna lie, I can be obsessive sometimes. I didn't expect that. I thought you would be a 3. Yo, my work. Yep, your work. He's whacked off material. I'm not sure what that means. You mean copied other people's stuff? Y'all better say 10 out of 10. You take really good photos. Also, what camera do you use? She's definitely at least doable for sure. Thank you. A Canon 5D Mark IV. Such a hater. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, you're using Squarespace. Nice. I think table is half hater, half congratulator. I like that. That's where I come in. Yeah, this guy will build you a Three.js website that's interactive, that turns your collage into this like in 3D photo album kind of shit. That's what he could do. But obviously, you would have to reward him with plenty of plates of Eritrean and Ethiopian food. So when Kirko going to ask her out? No, she has to ask him out. Let's figure out if they're even in the same place first. Fuck that. No, are you guys even in the same place? Are you guys located in the team? Let's yes, ask him out. Are you kidding me? Modern world, right? We write our own rules. Ask him out. Right? I thought you guys are supposed to be independent, bad, whatever. So ask him out. She'll probably use her Gucci as collateral. Was there Gucci in here? I guess. I don't know. Right? I guarantee we are not in the same place. Stop talking yourself out of the deal, bro. What time zones are you guys in? Are you guys in the US? First, are you both in the US? And then if you are in the US, what time zone are you in? I don't want you like revealing your locations on a platform like this. Guarantee we're not in the same place. Are you okay? He leads, she follows. Yes, in the US. It's 10:57 for me right now. Okay, so you guys are in the same time zone. Okay, so obviously, interesting. But and if you factor in Ethiopian calendar for her and the normal correct calendar for him, you guys are in the same age range and catch a flight. Yeah, she could totally catch a flight for sure. And bring your camera, just because, you know. Yeah, bring your camera. Yeah, they're both central. Yeah. What if she's Canadian though? Yes, that'd be weird. I hope not. Canadian girls are weird. So just be careful with that, Kirka. But I trust your judgment here. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other, but not Canadian. Thank God. Oh my God. If you're Canadian, that would have been an immediate L. Immediate. Do not trust Canadian people, just in general. I have a thing about them. What experience did you have with Canadians? Imagine, do you know how what they say about nice guys? About like how they usually have ulterior motives and they're not actually nice for the sake of being nice, but it's all manipulation. Now imagine an entire country full of people like that. That's Canada. They're not nice. I think she should get a personal free adult videos before she meets him. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm curious what that means. Chicago girl just joined. Yeah. So you guys are in. Maybe you guys can look at me. Look at this matchmaking going on here, and doing it the right way too, where she has to qualify herself to him. Cab, oh, this is the guy's channel, and this is the guy's world. Yeah, I'm digging that energy for sure. Two, I heard that Canadians really aren't that nice. Yeah. So I should leave? No, he's saying like you have to put effort into this. It's not going to just be put on your plate for you. Like you got to work for this, ladies. Like, come on. You think everything is just going to show up just cuz? Ah. Damn. I just got cut off. The shit was getting good too. I just got cut off on TikTok. Whatever. It happens. It is what it is, and I'm tired of shit actually. So, but are you guys actually still watching on Twitch? Let's see. That's crazy. All right, now you guys have me exclusively, but I don't think anyone's here. Are you guys still here? Please don't tell me you guys are still here. I hope not. That sucks. I was just ignoring you guys the whole time. I feel like I was ignoring. Nah, that is what it is. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits. I'm pretty exhausted, and it is what it is. It's okay. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you're watching the replay, I don't know who watches the replay, but yeah, we kind of have fun. Bro, they banned your live. Yeah, I know. It said it detected. Oh, Ayman. Yeah, it said it's hateful behavior or something. I'm not sure what was hateful, but it happens sometimes. It is what it is. But yeah, dude, slide in, make it happen, bro. I mean, Hopefully this works out for you, man. No, okay. As long as you can message her, I guess, slide in her DMs. Um, and yeah, let's see you bag it. It'd be cool if I could help guys get dubs from this live. That'd be really cool. She follows back. I'll DM her. She's fine with it. Don't tell her that though. Don't tell her that. Don't ever tell women that, dude. Here's the thing: these Habesha girls, these East African girls, are so used to being baddies, they act like it, and it sort of makes it hard to like court them and shit. So you got to play this like aloof. It doesn't phase you, and it shouldn't phase you. Eventually, it won't. But I think you could definitely, yeah, yeah, I definitely want to guess it. Yeah, don't do what I was doing. Just like treat her. uh, If you had a younger sister, treat her like you would treat your sister. Make fun of her, but not in a mean spirited way. And just enjoy the interaction and like basically what I was doing to her. Just do that. Just like crack jokes, have fun, and yeah. And if you guys are into, I don't know. I don't want to give you any more advice on this, but like this is cool. Hopefully you can get a dub at this. And yeah, but definitely I don't know how old she is though. So that's a thing for you. And stop disqualifying yourself too. She got that vibe I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, just don't disqualify yourself. Stop with the negative talk too. Like, oh, she's probably not in the area, or she's probably not feeling it. But like, stop. She's lucky to be with you, bro. You're a dude who can work with computers. You're a car guy, and you're not like the stereotypical nerd. So you have this like edgy, different thing. And I think you were doing the surfing thing too, right? If I remember correctly. That's why I was like, shit. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Like, approach it as, hey, you're just meeting somebody. And that's it. And if things happen, happen. If they don't, they don't. Wrap it up. Also, yeah, you surf too. You're way cooler than her. Are you serious? She uses a Squarespace website, bro. Automatically cooler than her. So, yeah, I think you're good. And yeah, and then you got to come back next week and update us, and then or invite her on too, and then you could just do this live. That'd be hilarious if you're game. That'd be yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm gonna sign out. I'm way too tired. But yeah, good luck with that. Check in next week. Enjoy your week and enjoy the bash. And yeah, cool. Have a good night, man. Let's see. Did they restore my access? Sometimes they do that. Let's see. Yeah, it's not working now. Appeal submitted. Okay, whatever. That's what it is. All right, good night, man. Good night. And good night, stream, YouTube, Twitch, watching if you watch the replay. Let me know how you like this episode. Still unstructured, but some people watch it, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Bye.